Good morning, everyone. LJ Young back again. How are you guys this morning? I'm going to give everybody a chance to get up in here today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I am your host. I usually announce when I come on, but it's one of those I feel it moments. So I decided to just pop on here and talk. I had to take a few days off. Excuse me. I had to take a few days off to regroup, to really think about some things. What's up, HM? Elijah, good morning. I had to take a few days off so I could regroup. Sometimes you need to do that, especially when the difference when you're, hey, good morning, Jennifer. When you are, I noticed this now that I'm doing what I love to do, it's not like, dreading to go to work every day. Since I now love what I do, I have to force myself to take days off because I'll do it 7 days a week. Like when I'm on here for 3 hours, you guys, it don't feel like 3 hours. I swear it feels like 15, 20 minutes. I never felt like that at work, ever. I never was like, "Ooh, man, I sure am glad I'm here for 8 hours." I never did that once in my life. But now that I do what I love, man, it's just, and I can't wait to tell you guys my story. I'm gonna tell you guys that one day I'm gonna sit down and write it out or do whatever. I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story, but I let you guys follow my journey right now. You know, uh, you know, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free, conscious debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. What's up, Zook? How you doing? I hope I'm saying that right. And what I do is I help people out of what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where people live that believe in credit and debt. That's a place where I lived for the first 40 years of my life. Didn't know I lived there, and lived in debt all my life. And I only spoke debt until I got out of debt. And I was like, oh my God, debt is not part of life. No, Linnell, it's not. What's up, Uber guy? No, it's not. Debt is not part of life. I didn't know that when I was in the debt matrix, but now that I'm out, it's a whole different world. It's something that's completely unexplainable. I can't even, it's very difficult, but I love trying to explain it because, if you're new to my channel, this is why I know this is for sure. Everything I'm saying, I can prove to be true with mathematics. It's uncontestable. That's how you know. And if you come in here and hear me say something and you kind of get upset about, oh my God, that's not true. Everybody has a car note. Everybody has student loan debt and blah, blah, blah. I want you to understand, I'm here to tell you that that's not true. So if you've been saying this all your life, hey, everybody has this, and I'm telling you, the majority of people in here, well, I'm not going to say the majority, SMD family either are working on it or some are financially free. Financially free means no debt. So anybody that tells you everybody has a car note, I'm here to tell you this. Only people with car notes say that. Everybody has student loan debt. Only people with student loan debt say that. Okay, there's always, especially when it comes to money, there's always an opposite, okay? Always. Welcome, everybody. Get on in here. And before I get started, I wanted to do a shout out to the people who follow me. I want to let you guys know, SMD family, I appreciate that. I really do. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. I knew once I started this journey, I knew it was going to be a hard one. You can't really, what's up, Mark? You can't really explain it, but it's, I knew this was the way to go. And the only way to get you guys, to everybody to believe what I'm saying, I had to live it. I have to live what I'm saying. I can't just say, "Hey, I'm debt free," and I'm not. I'm still. It got to be a big change. So when I quit my job, it's like, whoa, this dude quit his job. And he ain't rich. Yeah, that's true. And I ain't rich. You don't have to be rich. I used to think that too. But to have people actually just first they got to believe it and then they actually do it. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer says, "We appreciate you, LJ. You dropped gems and I got hooked. Knowledge is power." See what I'm saying? That I want you guys to understand when I first started this, I wanted everybody to become financially free, right? But then I learned only people that are ready to hear it will hear it. And Jennifer's one of them. She's free. Now she can do anything she wants. She don't have to work at any place she don't want to work at. If she hates that job, she don't have to work there anymore. She just quits. Hey, I don't like the way you're talking to me. I quit. When you're in debt, you can't do stuff like that. You just got to take it. Well, that's what you believe, at least. People that work at jobs they hate, they don't really understand that they're only working there because they're in debt. If they didn't have any debt and money in the bank, they wouldn't tolerate that. But people in debt don't know that. They don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you guys all of you guys. And I noticed this, when I was in debt, people talk about starting businesses. And if you're a person in debt working at a job you hate, I want you guys to listen. You always hear a person talk about a side business, right? And the first thing they do is talk about money, right? They just talk about money, money, money. And of course you're going to be attracted to that. But let me tell you something, as a successful financial educator that has done it. If you quit your job and start chasing money, that's going to be the wrong thing to do. That's the wrong thing. That is the wrong thing. It's about it's about changing lives. It's about changing a person's life forever. What I teach right now, it will change your life and change your whole generation's life, those who will listen. Because what I teach, it has nothing to do with if a person is your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your friend, your cousin, doesn't matter. When you get debt free, it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter anything. Either they're going to trust math or they're not. And the conditioning in the debt matrix is strong. It is powerful. Don't believe me? Become debt free and try to convince your mama or your sister. They won't even hear you. And you love them. You're not trying to scam them. You're like, hey, you know what? Check it out. I talked to this guy named LJ, man. He said if you stop financing cars, you'll have more money. They won't even hear you. Don't believe me? Go try it. Go try it. My sole purpose of this, man, is changing a person's life. The money just follows after you do that. You don't go after them. You don't. If you go out here and be like, "Hey, buy from me, buy from me, buy from me," there's a million people asking people in debt to buy from them. There's a millions of them. But if you have a product that changes a person's life, that will change their kids' lives and their kids' lives, oh, that's priceless. You can't even put a price tag on. You know how many people have come to me and said, and when I told them the price of whichever package they chose, they'd be like, "Oh man, I thought it was gonna be way more than that." You know why they say that? Because that's what it's worth. That's why people say it. You think people say that automatically? Have you ever looked on Amazon and went to go buy something and go, "Oh man, I thought it was gonna be way more than that." I've never done that. You know why people say that? Because that's how they feel about it subconsciously. They don't even know they say that. They don't know they say that. I do. And I know why. Because it will change your life and the money will follow. Find something, get out of debt, your passion will come to you. Find something that will change a person's life and you will be successful until you are dead. I will be doing this until I'm dead. Now, I know you're probably thinking, how can you say that, Linnell? I can say that, you know why? Math will never ever change. It will be the same till I'm dead. After I'm dead, it was the same before I was even born. That's how I know. Mike says, it's been a minute, LJ. Glad to see you back on. Yeah, I had to regroup, Mike. Sometimes it's like that. When you find your passion, sometimes you gotta force I gotta force to turn this off, you guys. I do. I have to force myself to turn this off. I have to say, man, because you guys see me. Sometimes I come on every day, twice a day. I gotta say, hey, man, L, you got to turn this off so you can regroup. So I appreciate you guys, man. You guys check it out. If you guys noticed I was gone for a few days and you're like, whoa, where's LJ? That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. I want you guys to know that. And I thank you for even saying that. Thank you. I'm not taking advantage of it like you need me or something. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, yeah, they couldn't wait to know. I don't think like that. I don't think like that at all. Not even close. I want you guys to notice that, hey, I like what he's saying because he can prove it all. And I'm going to be free if I do, if I keep listening to him. Ivy says, facts, LJ. One of the worst things I did was abandon my legitimate business that was profiting in order to allegedly make more money doing unlawful things. Don't chase money, people. Exactly. Ain't that true? It's true, man. We all, Hyphy, I'm gonna just tell you something. We all done things that we wasn't supposed to do because of money. We all have done them. Whatever that may be. It could be a simple break the law, speeding ticket, whatever. All right. Excuse me. Don't get out here chasing money. That's the trick. And this is what I want you guys to listen to this statement very closely, you guys. I want you guys to understand this. This is true. People that chase money are usually running from debt. That's why they're chasing money. You get out of debt matrix. I don't chase money. I don't chase money. When I got out of debt, I moved out of my fancy high rise and moved into my sister's house in a room at almost 50, making $160,000 a year. Now, most of the majority of people found out I did that. Some of my friends, oh, what's wrong with L? Is he on drugs? What's going on? He sold his Lexus, blah, blah, blah. I don't listen to people in debt. People in debt talk like that. They don't know. They don't even know they're in debt. People in debt think if you drive an old car, you're broke. No, that's not true. Pay attention to old clean cars. That's usually a sign. If you see an older car but it's really, really clean and it damn near looks like it drove off the showroom car lot that year, even though it's like 10, 15, 20 years old, that's a sign you should pay attention to that person. Elijah says, taking time for yourself and other things that matter. Congrats, LJ. You are happier. We can hear it in your voice. Man, I appreciate that, Elijah. LJ, I'm talking to myself. I want you guys to hear that. I want you guys to hear it in my voice. This is true, man. This world over here is totally different than the debt matrix. You will never go back, ever. I'm never going back. I'll work at McDonald's before I go back in debt. You hear me? I'll work at McDonald's and Burger King as a second job and wouldn't care if somebody walked in and saw me. LJ, is that you? That's you on the channel, right? Yeah. Why are you working at McDonald's? I need some money. How am I supposed to get it? Borrow it? I don't do that. Go to the title loan place? Nope. I'll flip burgers. I'm a slave to no one. Believe that. I'm a slave to no one. And if you're in debt, you're a slave. I didn't know I was a slave. I was a slave, man. Ooh, 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 ooh. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the title. See what you see? You see my mind start drifting back into I be trying to stay out of that, man. I be trying to stay out of my past because I get angry at myself keeping my student loan for 10 years. That makes me angry. Mr. Smarty college man, computer engineer guru, bloggity blah, making 6 figures with a 10-year-old student loan. That don't even make any sense. CNTS. What's up, Alma? Did you see that yesterday, Alma? I commented under your comment too. You see that? That's what I'm talking about, man. And I guarantee you, Alma, guarantee you that you and I and maybe a couple others saw what he was really saying. And we're talking about a sneaker life's. Here, let me paste that in there because it was awesome, man. It was just that was an amazing, amazing video. 1 second here. Let me type that in there. 1 second here. One second. I want you guys to go over there and you tell me what language do you think he's speaking? All right. People, the SMD family, you guys will know right away why he's talking like that. 1 second. One second here. Here we go. What's up, Joseph? When you guys get a chance, go check out a Sneakers Life video. What's up, Day? Hello, good morning, good morning. I'm preaching a little and I'm gonna get onto the subject. I haven't even got to the subject of the video yet, but we're gonna get there. All right. Check out that video when you guys get a chance that I posted, all right? All right. And you guys just listen to it and you'll know who do you think he's been talking to? Who do you think that? You tell me, is he speaking debt or is he speaking debt free that many can't even hear? Okay. All right. So let's get to the topic of the video. This is it's really for everybody. Okay. It's really for everybody. But if you're younger, you're in your 20s and your 30s, I want you guys to listen up closely. Okay. Listen closely. Listen. You know how everybody and people in the debt matrix, I want you to just, you know what? It doesn't matter. Math is ageless. So I'm gonna just say everybody in the debt matrix, if you're in debt, I want you to listen to this very, very closely. Okay. Now, a lot of people in the debt matrix say, I want to be a millionaire. They got all these shows. Have you noticed all the shows? Hey, how to become a millionaire, win $1 million. You know why they say that? Because to people in debt, $1 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to people in debt. I mean, it's a lot of money to me, but I want you guys to understand when you're in debt, it's really a lot of money. That's why a million is so impressive. It's really, once you get out of debt, you'll see that it's clearly unlimited. It doesn't matter, right? But when you're in debt, $1 million seems like a lot of money, which is a facade. Now, when you hear that, hey man, you want to become a millionaire? And then the people naturally say, oh yeah, how do I do it? Yeah, yeah. No, everybody says yes. And then you know what I want to say to a person in the debt matrix? I'm talking to you, okay? People in the debt matrix. If you say, yeah, I want to become a millionaire. First I say, you have to learn how to count to 1 million first. Now, the average person in the debt matrix will say, they probably even get offended. What do you mean count to 1 million? I know how to count to 1 million. I said, go right ahead. Go ahead and count to 1 million then. Go ahead. They'll naturally go 1, 2, 3. I said, no, no. Well, I would say, no, stop right there. Hold up. Stop. Why'd you start at 1? Zero's a number 2. Why didn't you start at 0? Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. I'm talking to you in the debt matrix. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals the number where you start from. That's where you start. That's where you start. Now, if I ask the person in the debt matrix, hey man, you know how much debt you're in, and you don't even know, you know what I would say to that person? How are you going to count to 1 million if you don't even know where to start? If you don't even know how much debt you're in, according to math says you have nowhere to start. But if you do know your total debt, that's the number you start from. So if you're negative $50,000, $100,000 in debt, right there you go. Negative 100,000, negative 99,000, negative 98,000, all the way to 0. Once you hit 0, that's when you start. Young people, I hope you're listening. If you ever want to become a millionaire, you must first learn how to count to 1 million. Now let me get my notes up here. I'm trying to, let's see here, because I wrote this stuff down because I wanted to holler at you guys today. People always want to start at one, especially people in the debt matrix. They always want to start at one. Always. They don't even know that's not where they're supposed to start. That's what math says. It's not even me. If you're getting upset about it, I want you to remember this. I want you, if you get upset at any part of what I'm saying, I want you to put your feelings and emotions to the side for a second. Then I want you to say, but is LJ's math right? Is his math right? If it's right, then you got to stop and ask yourself, why am I mad at his math? That doesn't make sense. This helps you remove feelings out of your money. Okay, because if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. CENTS. Now, once you believe, because the hardest part, the first step, let me not skip this part. The hardest step is going to be to, well, it's even harder now. A lot of people don't even want to add up their debt. That's going to be step number one. You got to add up all your debt. If you ever want to count to 1 million, you must add up your debt first. So you must know the total. Once you see the total, here's the second part. Now you got to believe it. Now you got to look at that large negative number. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including your student loans. Yes, that's all debt. That's not good debt, bad debt, whatever. Those are feelings. You know, when people could say, hey, a house payment is good debt. Student loan payment is a good debt because it's good for your credit card, for your credit and all this. Those are feelings. See what I'm saying? Only people in debt say things like that. Debt is just debt. It's not good or bad. It's debt. That means you owe someone. That means you're a slave to something or someone. You got to get out of debt. Start at that number, believe it, and then you got to work your way up to zero. You got to get to zero first before you can count to 1 million. You have to. These are the rules of math. You're probably thinking, man, that's impossible. How can I do that? The reason why I'm saying it, because I used to say the same things. Oh, man, that's impossible. Okay, well, if you say that, what's up, Willie? If you say that to yourself, you're saying, hey, I'm accepting of being a slave until I'm dead. Sad truth, but it's true. This is how you do it. You youngsters, listen closely. It's so easy. The writing's on the wall. It's invisible to what I'm about to tell you is invisible to most. The people in debt, they can't even see it. Google, there's trillions of dollars in student loan debt. Trillions. Pay off your student loan. Only people with student loan debt have student loan debt. Everybody doesn't have student loan debt. Only people with student loan debt have student loan debt. See how simple I make that sound? I just make it sound so simple, right? Because it is. It's simple as math. When you hear a person say, hey, everybody has a car note, only people that have car notes say they have car notes. Only people with car payments have car payments. Look how simple I'm making that sound, right? Because it is. There's trillions in car loan debt. Do the opposite. All you got to do is do the opposite of what I'm telling you. Trillions in student loan debt. Do the opposite. Trillions in car loan debt. Do the opposite. And you'll learn how to count to 1 million. You always got to get to zero first. And if you have a car payment, you're not even at zero yet. You got to pay your car off first or sell it. You got to start at zero to count to 1 million. That's what math says. It's not me, mathematics. Trillions in credit card debt. Trillions. Do the opposite. Only people with credit card debt have credit card debt. That's it. Only people with that have credit cards and say they're for emergencies, only people in credit card debt believe that. I have credit card for emergencies. Okay, whatever. You can't say to a person in debt, "Hey man, how come you don't have your own money for emergencies?" You can't say that to them. They won't even understand you. "Hey, I know you got credit, you keep your credit cards for emergencies, but how come you don't have your own money for emergencies?" People in debt don't know that. They have no idea. If you said that to a person in debt, they will have no idea what you're saying because they believe everybody does it. Even if you tell them it's not true, they still won't believe you. Trillions in mortgage debt. Trillions. Do the opposite. Own your house, become a true homeowner. There are millions of people out there with mortgages believing they are homeowners. That's not true. You can't walk up to a person with a mortgage and say, "Hey, if you just do the math, you do know you're not a homeowner, right? You're not a homeowner until you pay the bank back. You're actually a loan owner." A person with a mortgage will get offended, and then you got to turn to them and say, "Why are you offended? Is my math right, or is my math wrong? If it's right, why are you angry? I don't get it." You get it, they don't. That's why they call themselves a homeowners. Do the opposite. The writing's on the wall. Think about it this way. If you're in a neighborhood, say like you owned a home in a neighborhood of 10 people, say like 10 houses were on your block. Young people, listen closely, including you. All right? 10 people, including you. And you actually own your house. You have the title to that bad boy. And everybody on that block has a mortgage. I guarantee you, if you walk to everybody on that block on the mortgage and say, "Are you a homeowner?" All of them will say yes. Be the only one that is truly a homeowner. Be that one. Now, in this particular situation, times that by millions. Anybody telling you not to pay off your mortgage of your primary residence, they have a mortgage. Anybody you ask to say, "Hey man, should I pay off my mortgage?" If they tell you no, I want you to stop and say, I want you to turn around and say, "Do you have a mortgage?" If they tell you yes, that's why they want you to keep yours because they have one. Doesn't that just make sense? Because it's true. Only people with mortgages tell other people to have mortgages. 30 years? Young people, are you listening? 30 years. That person will never be able to count to a million ever. They will never be able to count to a million. Not with a mortgage, that's mathematically impossible. Crazy, huh? People in debt agree to a 30 years? They don't even know that their mortgage payment is the minimum payment to be made for the next 30 years of their life. Look at a mortgage as a big, gigantic credit card, and your mortgage payment is the minimum monthly payment for 30 years. And the whole 30 years, they believe it's their house. Do the opposite. Pay yours off. Don't care what any financial advisor in the world tells you. Pay your house off. All you got to do is Google it. Trillions of dollars in mortgage debt. That tells you that you should pay yours off. That's a dead giveaway right there. Willie Littlejohn says, "My car broke down completely at LJ. I refuse to get another car payment." Oh, yeah, absolutely refuse, Willie. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely refuse. I wouldn't care what anybody thinks. I'd buy me a bucket in a minute if I had the money for it. I don't care what people in debt think or say. People in debt don't even count. They don't even count and they don't even know they don't count. People in debt are slaves. I was one for 40 years. I mean, you tell somebody that they're a slave and they're dead, they'll get offended. Let me tell you something. For the first 40 years of my life, I was a slave and I didn't even know it. That's the best kind of slave to have. One that don't even know they're a slave. I was a high paid slave, a six-figure earning slave, driving a nice car. I was just a slave driving a Lexus, living in a fancy high-rise building, just a slave in a nice place. Mm, mm, mm. I wasn't even close to counting to a million. Not even close. Willie Garcia says, if you love yourself and your family, you must hate debt until the point of killing it. Yes, you gotta. I mean, I mean, when you're getting out of debt, yeah, you got to be like that. But on the other side, I respect it. Debt controls the economy. That's how it. That's how it. That's what it runs on. It's fueled by debt. It's fueled by people that owe money. It's obvious. None of this is hidden. None of it is hidden. Dave says, yes, get angry at your debt and knock it out. Willie Garcia, yeah, get angry at it. If you're in debt, get angry at that debt. Invoice says, what do you recommend? 15 years? Shit, you can have a house paid off in 7. Invoice, it's out to you. I mean, think about that, man. Think about it. And that's only if you don't even refinance once. This is what you're really saying, Invoice, I want you to think about this closely when you say that. If you sign up for a 15-year mortgage, this is what you're saying to the bank. You're saying this. Out of the next 15 years of my life, I'm promising this money to you. Regardless what happens to me, if I get laid off, if I get sick, or break a leg, get a divorce, I'm promising for the next 15 years of my life, I'm promising you this mortgage payment. Those odds are better than Vegas. I would take that. If I was a bank, I would take that every day, including Sunday. That's all I'm saying. And honestly, Envoy, I don't even own a house, but I can't. I go up when I think about actually sitting down and signing some papers to say, hey, I'm gonna legally attach myself to this thing. I don't care if it's a house. This thing for the next 15 years of my life. Oh man, you have no idea what kind of chill that sends up my spine. I just can't. It make me feel like I can't just get up and just move somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't. 15 years? Mm, that just doesn't sit well with me, man. And that's only listen, and that's only if you get the right mortgage. There's only two ways to buy a house. Okay, let me explain this to you. Number one is with cash, of course. Number two is only with the best mortgage in the whole United States of America. Whatever that mortgage is, whatever mortgage is the absolute best one in the whole United States of America, that's the only one I would accept. And nothing less. If you can't get that one, you're not ready for a house. I promise you that. What's good, Dark Man? Dark Man Jeff says, I said I wanted a new vehicle this year. Everybody left and right is saying, get a car note. I'm being patient and stacking up to get something decent, 5 or 6,000. And don't forget, Dark Man, when you get to that $5,000 or $6,000, you don't forget this part, okay? Don't forget this. When you have cash, you can get more car than. Don't look in Blue Book. Hey, I can get this much. I can get this kind of car for 6,000. 85% of Americans are in debt. You can down there get a $10,000 car for $6,000. Why? Because they're in debt. They need the money. When you have cash, Blue Book value of cars no longer matter to you. They don't matter. I don't care. I don't care the Blue Book value of anything. Nothing. I don't care if the Blue Book says, hey, this car is worth this. I have this. I don't care if the Blue Book says it's worth that. I turn to the person. I don't care. I have this. Cash. They're going to take it. They're in debt. People in debt don't know they're in debt, Jeff. So don't say, I'm going to get something. Oh, you're going to get something really good. You're going to get a $10,000 car for $6,000. Dark Man says, got to be nice vehicle out there for that amount. Oh, yeah. Just don't step on a car lot. You must buy from a personal person that's in debt. Just call them up, listen to their story, ask, see why they're selling the car. That people in debt will tell you. They'll tell you, oh man, I got to get rid of it because I lost a job or something, divorce, whatever. That's all you want to hear. You just want to hear the debt story. You don't care why. That has no concern to you. Zook says, my coworker said to me yesterday that it is better to get a mortgage for a home because you build equity and you get a tax deduction. See, that whole statement makes absolutely no mathematical sense. Nothing. My coworker said to me yesterday that it is better to get a mortgage. Better than what? That's what you got to ask him. You got to say better get a better than what? What are you comparing that to? To other people? He or she is comparing that to other people in debt. That statement makes absolutely no sense. Zero. Because you build equity. You build equity by financing something? What are you talking about? You can't say that, of course. Okay. This is just what goes through my mind, but I want you to understand something. People in debt don't know they're in debt, so they only speak debt. There is no way a person making a statement like that, you think they're going to ever be able to count to 1 million? No, they're not. Never. That statement really says, get a mortgage because I can't afford it. The equity, since the house is not theirs, the equity is not theirs. It's the bank's equity. What are you talking about? And then get a tax deduction. Tax deduction on what? On a house that's not even yours? You get a tax deduction on interest. The money that the bank is making off of you, your people in debt are happy to get a tax deduction. It is just the stupidest nonsense. You can't say that to people in debt. They will get angry at you. You can't say that. You got to just look at them and say, okay. And think in your mind, they keep thinking like that, they'll never be able to count to 1 million. They'll never see $1 million ever. When I see statement or hear statements like that, I'd be like, man, I can't believe I used to think like that. I used to say those things out in the open on the internet. Never once thinking who was listening. People like me are listening. People like me are listening and be like, wow. But I'm not judging them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging them. That was me for the first 40 years of my life. When I hear people saying statements like that or reading statements like that, I don't judge them because I said the same things. I'm more looking at them like it's me, the reflection of myself. Because I read a statement like that, I used to say that. I know I did. Oh man, if you get a mortgage, I heard if you keep your mortgage, it's a good thing because it builds your credit. You get to write off the interest. I didn't even know what I was saying. Didn't have a clue of what I was saying. Didn't even know what type of mortgage I had. Let alone thinking I was getting. Oh my goodness gracious. Hy-Vee says, when you have a paid off vehicle, it's consistently reliable and getting you everywhere you need to go. You won't want a new car. That feeling goes away. Yeah, goes away, man. Yeah, man. You guys see my truck. It's a 1995 GMC Yukon. Looks brand new. Every year that go by, it gets newer. Every year that goes by, it goes up in value. I have people asking me to buy my truck every single day. I roll up on repair shops, man. I get firsthand service. They see my truck, they be like, oh man, what you need, what you got? Yeah, man, it's like, wow, I feel like a movie star because I got an older, clean car that hardly nobody has. Crazy. Willie Garcia says, tax break on mortgages cannot outweigh what you're paying in interest on a mortgage. Not sure where that school of thought comes from. It comes from the school system, Willie. The school system taught me how to think like that. Now that I'm out of the debt matrix, that's why they stopped teaching math and money in grade school for two reasons. Right. This is what I see. This is the statement I believe the school system makes when they start talking about math and money in grade school. This is the only math you need for finances right here. It's you can either understand that, or you can just say, once you get out of school, you can say, forget about that grade school math and just never think about it again. Because all you got to do is apply it to your finances. That's all I had to do. The school system is saying right here is all the math knowledge you need to be financially successful with money. This is all you need. Use it or not. It's totally up to you. I chose not to use it for the first 40 years of my life. I chose not to use it. That's how the majority of people in the debt matrix live. That's how they live. But let me tell you guys something. Who I'm getting to listen to me, the people that are wandering around aimlessly in the debt matrix, the ones that are wandering around wondering, they're just like, I know there's something wrong. I'm sorry, I'm just picturing this look. People walking around like, man, that doesn't make sense. I'm supposed to, instead of buying something cash, I'm supposed to use this plastic. Everybody in the debt matrix, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you're going to build your credit. You got to get multiple credit cards. You got to do this. They're like, wait a minute. But I can just buy this item right now and be done with it. No, the people in the debt matrix, no. That's not how you do it. You'll never be able to get your badge of honor, which is your credit score. You must appease the credit gods by financing everything under the sun. And then they're like, wait a minute, that just doesn't make sense. I'm looking for those people. When those people find my channel, they all say the same thing. Oh my God, I'm so glad I found you. Now, I'm not saying that to be boasting. I'm not. I'm saying that because once they hear me speak mathematics, they're like, oh my God. You mean it's that easy? Yes. How come there's not more people on YouTube like you? That's the gift. That's the gift. It's so simple, people don't even believe it. That's my gift, you guys. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's so simple, people don't even believe it. That's my gift. I love it too, man. I love it. It's amazing. I destroy anybody, any financial advisors. I destroy them all. If they don't believe in mathematics, I will destroy them. They don't know what they're saying. People in debt, they don't know what they're saying. Let me get back to the topic here. I'm way off. All right, listen, young people, keep listening, okay? I'm gonna teach you how to become a millionaire, but I'm gonna teach you how to count to a million first, okay? This is an obvious one, okay? It's horrible. It's really bad. They be doing people in debt so bad. Cell phone debt. It's in the billions now. It's probably in the trillions, but I bet it's got to be in the billions. Got to be. Now, people in debt, they don't even know they're in debt, okay? They starting to price these cell phones so high. There is no way a person in debt will ever be able to buy one in cash. They can't. They're in debt, so they won't. People in debt now believe, and they will forever believe. I don't know who came up with this. It's brilliant. I ain't gonna lie, it's brilliant. People in debt will now forever believe, just like financing cars, they'll believe they'll believe financing phones is normal. They believe it now. The majority of people in debt believing financing cell phones is normal. They keep jacking them up. I saw the new flip razor, Samsung something. That thing was $1,300. You think somebody in debt is going to drop $1,300 plus tax? They don't even have that. They barely have $500 in their account, and that's not even there. When you're in debt, you don't have no money. You're in a negative. You think they're going to drop $1,300? Man, these phones are getting up to like $1,500. Financing cell phones is now normal to people who are in debt. People in debt even say it out loud. They'll let you know that they're financing a cell phone. They'll say it publicly. They'll say it publicly. They'll believe they got a great deal. They'll never be able to count to 1,000,000. Those people right there, if you're financing a cell phone, let me tell you something. You will never be able to count to 1,000,000 ever. I'm sorry. You probably been working since a teenager. Listen to me closely. You probably been working since a teenager. And you're financing a cell phone? You know, you got to stop and think, wait a minute. I've been working all my life. I don't even have the money for a cell phone? Yeah. You'll never be able to count to 1,000,000. That's mathematically impossible. Next one. What if I told you lower class, middle class, upper class, they don't even exist? That's only for people that don't know how to count. People that don't know how to count to 1,000,000 believe that there are classes. People look at this chart on the internet, they be like, hey, if I make this much money, that means I'm here. I'm middle class. Or if I make this much money, I'm upper class. If I make this little bit amount of money, I must be lower class, because according to some chart on the internet. Who put that up? Nobody ever stops to think and say, hey, who made this chart up? The banks. Oh man, I respect the banks. I respect them 100%. They got this mastered, baby. Mastered. Now you're probably thinking, what do you mean they don't exist? What do you mean that they don't exist? I'll explain it to you. Say like, and I've explained this in other videos. Say like a person made $200,000 a year, right? They would probably be considered middle class, upper middle class. They'd be putting subclasses inside of classes that don't even exist, but whatever, we're going to play along, right? They probably think they're upper middle class or whatever, right? But if they're $400,000 in debt, what class you think they're in? They're in a debt class. They're just in debt. If they're in debt more than they earn, they're in debt. They're not in any class. That goes for every single class. But they just do that for people in debt to make them feel like they're special or something. People in debt don't count. People in debt don't count. Slaves don't count. You can vote for whatever you want to vote for, slave. It doesn't matter. You are broke. You don't count. I mean, think about it. Think about it. Now, this is just my opinion, okay? This is my opinion. Now, when you see it like a president getting ready to try to get elected or somebody, and then these millionaires go and spend like $10,000 on a plate of food. Why do you think that is? Do you think they really believe that plate of food is worth $10,000? What do you think that might be? What do you think that is? You think they're just doing it for the tax write-off? Is that what you believe? Come on, you can't be thinking like that. You can't think like that. Please tell me you don't think like that. There's a reason. Because people with money count. People that don't have money don't count. Nicer says, speaking of movie stars, when I met Benjamin Pratt and his family back in the day, I was surprised he rolled around in a Jeep Cherokee. He's cool, down to earth. Bro, I'm not sure who Benjamin Brat is. I got to look that up. It's not necessary. None of that's necessary. Wealth, rich. It's not a look. See, that's TV. People in debt believe TV. Totally forgetting those are actors on the TV screen. People in debt forget, hey, wait a minute, those are actors. Yeah, those are actors. They're just reading from a script. Everything is scripted. Jennifer says, a close friend of mine thought that the wealthy do not have debt because they have money. Yeah, that's why they have money, because they don't have debt. That's the reason why they have money. See, and people mix up the words rich and wealthy. Those are two different things. Nobody ever stops to say, wait a minute, rich is rich. Wealthy is something different. Wealthy means you own the time in your life. Rich means you have a lot of money. And even rich has many different definitions, but wealthy only has one. You own the time in your life. And when you own the time in your life, you have the time to make as much money as you wish. I'm changing lives. I'm changing lives, man. How do I know I'm changing lives? Because people tell me. People don't accidentally walk up to a person and say, hey, man, hey, thanks. I'm going to give you an example, right? Say like you go pick up a friend, right, in your car, right? And you say, hey, man, my car broke down, man. Can you give me a ride to work? And you as a friend, you'd be like, cool, man, I'm on my way over there. You pick the person up and you take them to work and drop them off. They don't go, hey, man, thanks, man. You changed my life. They don't say that. They just go, thanks. They don't, they don't say, hey, man, thank you, man. You changed my life. They don't say things like that. That people only say that when they mean it. I hear that a lot. Isn't that funny? If it's a debt matrix, people be like, I traded in my almost paid off truck for this new Prius. Now I'm saving money. Now I'm saving money by using 60% less gas. Yes, they believe that. They believe that, Hyphy. Think how, hey, Hyphy, think how many Tesla owners out there believe they're saving money on gas. Can you imagine? How many people out there have financed a Tesla that really believe they're saving money on gas? And guess what? Other people in the debt matrix, they'll look at a Tesla owner and really believe they're saving money on gas. If any of you guys out there, this is what I want you to do. If any of you guys out there in this room right now, even not even subscribers or not subscribers, if you know a Tesla owner, I want you to go, hey man, did you pay cash for that Tesla or did you finance it? If they finance it, let me tell you something. They're not saving money on gas. That's a trick. You know the price of a Tesla, right? They're expensive. The reason why they financed it because they didn't have the money to buy it. And if they didn't have the money to buy it, guess what else they didn't have the money for? The taxes. Those new Tesla owners finance the taxes too, and they don't even know it. And they drive off that lot really believing they're saving money on gas. Ooh-wee. The only people saving money on gas are the people that pay cash for that Tesla. Those are the only people. Gabriel says, hey, LJ, I was playing Monopoly with my friends and I absolutely destroyed them. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for saying that, man. Thank you so much for testing that. Thank you. Destroyed them. I guarantee you, they didn't even know how you did it. Did they? Did they know how you did it? You probably bankrupted them. Hey, check it out, Gabriel. Did you tell them you were only playing by the rules on the box? Probably threw them way the hell off. What do you mean? You don't get to stack the money in the middle when you land on some taxes and all this other? No, that's not anywhere in the rules of Monopoly. Man, that is awesome, man. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, man. I want you now. Keep practicing that, Gabriel. Start getting on the internet and playing, right? And then you take those skills and you apply them to the real world. It's the exact same way. There is no difference. Willie says, good actor too. Oh yeah. Like now that I'm debt free, Willie Littlejohn, now that I'm debt free, when I watch TV, I only see them as actors. It's the weirdest thing. Okay. Now I'll look at them and say, wow, they're a good actor, but I still never forget that they're actors. People in debt, they totally forget those are actors on TV. I love Denzel Washington. I know he's acting his part. He's just really good at acting. He's nothing like that in real life. People look at those guys and think they're really that character. You need to tell me more about that story, Gabriel, man. I want to know. Did you bankrupt them all? Check this out too, you guys. Okay, listen to this. This is another one why never take advice from anyone that doesn't know how to count to $1 million. Don't ever do that. Don't know how to count to 1 million. Now you're probably thinking, who are they? If you come across somebody that has student loans older than their children, you better not ever take financial advice from that person. That math makes no sense in any part of the whole world. In any language, math is the same. Math crosses all borders, language barriers. Math is just math. It never changes. Taking advice from somebody that has student loans, 20-year-old student loans older than their children, and they're giving out financial advice. When somebody gives you financial advice and has student loans that old, I want you to turn to them and say, hey, wait a minute. If you can make that math make sense to me right now, I will believe every word you're saying about finances. You make that math make sense. You go to college for 4 years, but you keep your student loans for 20. If you can sit down and write on a piece of paper and make that math make sense, I'll take financial advice from you. Guess what, you guys? It will never make sense. And if you got somebody trying to prove it to you, after you say that to their face, right? You got to remember, people in debt don't know they're in debt, so they don't know what you're really saying. If you say that to a person, knowing the answer, this is what it's like in my world, okay? You say that to a person, telling them that you know the answer, that there is no answer, and they still try to justify it, you better get up and walk away from that person. Never, ever, ever take financial advice from a person with student loans that are older than their children. 20, 25, 26, 30, 40 years old, 40-year-old student loans, and you went to college for 4 years? That makes no mathematical sense in any part of the world. All Around Strong says, LJ, I just joined the chat. What's this topic about counting to 1 million? I'll talk more about it throughout it, but it's the main topic is, in order to become a millionaire, you must first learn how to count to 1 million. That probably insults a lot of people. Willie says, Gabriel cheated by avoiding debt. Well, Willie Garcia said that, hey, cheated in the debt matrix rules. Yes, of course. If he's playing in the debt matrix, but you got to remember, well, they don't know that rule exists. So is he really cheating? They don't know the rule exists. They don't know. That's funny. I like that. Gabriel says, yes, it was on the internet. They kept saying, how the F you win, Gabe? And then I said, I won because of math. And they started laughing. Oh, I absolutely love it. Gabriel, let me tell you something, Gabriel. All right, man. Gabriel, man, you are so young, man. You are going to kill you. Hey, check this out. Okay, you got to promise me, Gabriel, okay? When you become a multimillionaire, you got to promise me $1 million. You have to promise me right now. You have to promise me $1 million right now, because you're going to be a multimillionaire. Promise me $1 million, because at 19, oh, man. They're laughing at you because you believe in mathematics. That's why they're laughing. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense, Gabriel. Oh, man, that is funny. That is funny. What's up, Omega Dreads? Gaming channel, welcome. That is hilarious, Gabriel. They're cussing at you. How in the hell are you? And you listen, Gabriel, and you're even telling them the answer, and they still don't believe you. Now you keep practicing, Gabriel. You become a Monopoly champion throughout the United States, and then you take those skills out into the real world, because it is the exact same thing. First, when you tell them, Gabriel, when you're online, so they can only play by the rules anyway, so that's a plus. Cool. But if you play the board, you got to tell them that you're only going to be playing by the rules. But damn, that is amazing, Gabriel. Gabriel says, LJ, when they didn't have money for Boardwalk and then I auctioned it, I got it for $85 because they were oh my. I didn't even think of that, Gabriel. I didn't even think of that. So they bought it. Oh no, they didn't have any money to auction. Wait a minute though. Wait a minute. You can auction it for less than what it's worth? If that's a rule, I didn't know that was a rule. So if they land on Boardwalk and nobody had the money to buy, you can auction it off for less than what it's, because Boardwalk costs more than that to buy. If that's what you're telling me, please tell me if that's true or not, Gabriel, because I didn't know that rule. Then I auctioned it and got it for 85 bucks. Okay. Ooh, get Boardwalk for $85? Ooh, wee. And then put a hotel on both of those Boardwalk and Park Place. Oh, they're done. They're toast. They're toast. Man. So tell me that part, Gabriel. I'm confused on that. So tell me how the Boardwalk one went. Nobody owned it. Oh wait. I skipped some stuff here. Okay. Gabriel says, yeah, I bankrupt all of them in less than 2 hours. Oh my God. Oh, that is all. Hey, youngsters. Okay, Gabriel's 19, man. Listen to me. Listen. Here is somebody, okay, in your generation that's doing it right now. If you don't believe what I'm saying right now, go online and play Monopoly. Get in contact with Gabriel. He's doing it. This is not made up. That is amazing. That is awesome. What's up, Quentin? Jennifer says, go, Gabe. Oh, man, that is amazing, Gabe. That is amazing. All right, let me go back to this counting to a million thing real quick here, okay? Gabriel threw me off with that. I knew it. I know it's true. Now, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow, you guys, okay? If your student loans are in forbearance, let me tell you something. You're a slave. I mean, you're like a captured psychologically slave. Wait, what? Okay, people in debt are slaves. They don't know they're slaves, but if you're in like student loan forgiveness programs, you're like a slave. Here is a program that lasts 10 to 25 years where you're going to follow these rules. You're going to work where they tell you to work. You're going to make a certain amount of payments for 10 to 25 years of your life. And in hopes, and check this out. They don't even promise those people, you guys. No, they don't even promise you guys that they're going to forgive them after the end of that contract. They don't even promise you that. And they proved that not too long ago. 99% of student loan forgiveness people, they got denied. Probably because they forgot to cross a T or dot, put a period at the end of a sentence, whatever. They just make this stuff up. It doesn't matter. And you got to think about it this way. If this is you in a student loan forgiveness program, you don't believe in yourself that you're going to pay off a student loan within 10 to 25 years of your entire life? Because that's what you're saying. You don't even realize when you sign up for a program like that, you have no idea what you're telling the government or whoever these student loan forgiveness programs, I think to the government. You don't realize what you're saying to the government. You don't believe in yourself enough that you can pay off a debt within 10 to 25 years of your entire working adult life. They tell you where to work and how much you're going to make when you can make unlimited. You're saying the time in my life is worth this amount of money, and I accept it for the next 10 to 25 years of my life. Ooh-wee. You have no idea what you're saying. That's the definition of a true slave. You were paying for the chains, 10 to 25 years of chains around your wrists, your ankles, and they're invisible, and you're paying to maintain those chains. It doesn't matter where you fly in the world, those chains will reach. Each time you go in debt, you're adding a link to each chain. Each time you finance something, you're adding a link, one additional link each time. Gabriel says, well, that's what online I landed. Well, that's what online I landed on it and I have the money for it. was $400, but they had less than $50. So then I auctioned it to get a lower price, and I did. Okay, so that's got to be part of the rules. If you played it online, nobody can manipulate the rules. So that's got to be the rules. That is awesome. Can you imagine breaking them so broke, and then you get Park Place and Boardwalk for $85? But that's in the real life. That's how it works in real life too, though. That makes sense to me. That makes total sense to me. People with cash don't have to pay full price for anything. When you have money, housing market prices will no longer matter to you. That don't matter. Tax liens, foreclosure, that's real life. That's real life. Gabriel says, when they owed me money, they had to mortgage their property with houses and sell the houses to pay me. Yep. You gotta sell, because you can't mortgage the property until you sell the houses or the hotels that are on them first. You got to sell them back to the bank for half the price or something like that. Oh my God. Gabriel, keep telling me about these games, man. I want my $1 million, man. Hey Gabriel, you're gonna have multi-millions of dollars. You can give me one. Okay. You can give me, like, when you have 20 million, Gabriel, you can give me one. You'll still have 19. Okay. You're not gonna be in the poorhouse. Mez says, hey LJ, I'm tuning in from my desk, earning my slave wage from the government. What's up? What's up, Mez? Hey, check it out though. If you're working on getting out of debt, that's okay. That's the only way you're gonna get out. You gotta earn your slave wages. Teach me how to quit this job. All you gotta do is, hey, savings minus debt. SavingsMinusDebt.com. I do it every day. Let me put my banner up there so people just know this. Oops. That's not the right one. Oh, yes, it is. SavingsMinusDebt.com. Schedule your 30-minute free 30-minute consultation. I guarantee to give you the plan to get out of debt and quit your job, because once you get out of debt, check this out, man. If you hate your job right now, I'm just telling you how it works. If you hate your job right now, you're there because you're in debt. Only people in debt work at places they hate. Once you get out of debt and stack savings in your bank account, you're going to quit. I'm not going to have to teach you how to do anything. I'm going to teach you how to get out of debt. But once you get out of debt, you're going to be like, oh man, I don't want to work at a place I don't like anymore. And then you're just going to quit. That's how it works. If you love your job, you're going to stay, but the rules are going to be different. Say like you loved your job and you got out of debt. The rules are going to be different because you're going to see where your job was getting free time from you, meaning that they weren't paying you. Hey, can you work through lunch? Texting you after hours, emailing you, expecting a response after hours. All that stops. You're going to put all that to an end. You're going to be like, wait a minute. When I signed up for this job, I didn't say you had 24-hour access to my life. Oh, because you pay for my cell phone, you think you do? Oh yeah, let me get a separate cell phone. And then you're going to get a separate cell phone from your job. And then when it's 5 o'clock, you're just going to power off that cell phone and set it in the desk. You don't need to bring it with you for what? You're not getting paid. So why would you ever answer that phone or answer an email that comes into that phone? No, sir. You won't be doing any of that. You will never intertwine your personal phone with work-related anything ever again. You will never do that. Ever. There is no purpose for it. When 5 o'clock comes, you power that phone off and set it in a desk. There's absolutely no reason for it. Unless you're truly accepting of 24-hour access to your life, guess what? Only slaves accept that. Only slaves allow a job to have 24-hour access to their life. Gabriel says, I'm going to give you the $1 million in the down payment. I love that, man. I know what that means. I know exactly what that means, Gabriel. It's priceless. This information I'm giving you is priceless. And you know that's not even from a big bad ego standpoint. You know it is because it is. It is. Gabriel sees this at 19. Oh my God, I wish I saw this at 19. Nobody would have been able to tell me nothing. Because if you 19, 20, let me tell you guys something. And Gabriel, I want you to back this up for your generation. If you learn right now what I'm teaching you, nobody will ever be able to financially fool you ever again through your entire life. Let me say that one more time. If you learn what I'm teaching you right now, nobody will ever be able to financially fool you ever again for the rest of your life. People in the let me tell you something. Scammers, people in the debt matrix, anything they say the things they say make no mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. CENTS. Math and money are one. If it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense. So things that come out of your mouth will not make mathematical sense. So you know it's full of crap. They don't know that because they only speak debt. Gabriel says, I won with $2,384 and had almost all the property. Look at that. And they still, and I guarantee you, Gabriel gets off the game, they still bewildered, having no idea how he did it. And even if he told them, hey, I just used mathematics, they just laughed at him. What you want to turn to a person like that and say, what are you laughing at mathematics for? I don't get it. Is math funny? Let me see. Let me tell a joke. Hey, you guys, I asked math what's 20 plus 20, and math says 40. That's not funny. It's 40. Who you think I'm a stand-up comedian? Man says, hi, I absolutely hate my job, but I have a mortgage that I have to pay. I don't have any other debt. See what I'm saying? You're saying it, Mez. I'm not saying it. You're saying it. Read what you're saying. That's for you, Mez. That's not for me. I'm gonna read what you're really saying, okay, so you can understand this. I absolutely hate my job, but I have to stay there because I'm in debt to the bank for this house. So I'm just going to take it. But I have no other debt. But I accept this debt by staying at a job I hate because of this mortgage. That's what you're saying. Hey, man, if you choosing to do that, hey, you just choose to do that. But I want you to hear yourself. You're saying that you're staying at a job you hate because you're enslaved with a mortgage to the bank for the next how long is your mortgage? 30 years? So you're going to stay at a job you hate for the next 30 years of your life? Let me tell you something, Mez. There's nothing on earth worth that for me. I don't care if it's a house. So what? Nothing is worth staying at a job I hate for 30 years of my life. There is no way in hell. No way. No, sir. Mez, my rental income only covers half my mortgage. Hey, okay. Hey, whatever excuse you, Mez, I'm not saying this in a negative way. I just want you to hear yourself. I just want you to hear yourself. You're accepting to stay at a job you hate because your rental income only covers half your mortgage. Okay. I would never do that. I would sell. And I don't even know what type of mortgage you have. I hope it's the best one, Mez. I hope you have the absolute best mortgage in the whole United States of America, because that's the only one I would accept if I ever got a mortgage. Let me tell you guys something that terrifies me, honestly, to sign up to a mortgage. That terrifies me. I ain't no front. Literally terrifies me. What are the steps? Zook says, what are the steps to build a complete financial portfolio? I don't know. I have no idea. I just teach people how to get out of debt first. What I do is, Zook, this is what I do. In order for anybody to build a financial portfolio, they must have a solid foundation. This is what I create for people. I create the foundation that they can build a complete financial portfolio on. That's what I do. I seal up the cracks in a person's foundation. If they're in debt, they have no foundation. Anybody that's in debt, they have no foundation. They're in debt. Slaves don't have foundations. They're sleeping in dirt floors. Nicer says, beat them again, Gabriel, and they won't be able to say, "Oh, you just lucky." I know, right, Nicer? That's that. You better believe. Hey, Gabriel, did they say that? How many times they say that? Oh, you just got lucky. How many times they tell you that? And then when you keep beating them over and over again, you're gonna say, every time I'm beating you, and you think it's luck. Gabriel says, my brother wanted to bet me on Monopoly. He said I got lucky with my friends and said, I'm going to lose tonight. I'm going to play him later, and he doesn't know what's coming. Oh, Gabriel, you got to tell me, man. Gabriel, you got my email, Gabriel. I want you to tell me immediately, man, because I'm gonna make a video about that. Matt says, but my question is, what's the alternative? Paying cash for a house isn't something that can happen quickly for me. So what do I do? What do you do? There is no alternative. There's only one way. Money. You have to have money. There is, okay, Mez, listen, I want you to listen to your question. There is no other way to buy a house. You must have your own money. There is no alternative. If you get a mortgage, that means you don't have the money for the house. So you're borrowing the money because you don't have the money. There is only people in debt believe that there's another way to buy a house. That's people in debt think that. I'm talking only on the personal side. I don't, for those of you that are new to this channel, I'm not talking about business. Only personal. Only personal. I'm not talking about business. If you're buying a house personally, the only way to do it is with cash. If you decide to get a mortgage, you're accepting that you're going to pay more for that house than what it's worth. So the sale price on a house doesn't matter to those who finance it. The only person that gets a house on sale is the person that pays cash for that house. You need to sign up for a consultation, Mez, because I can tell by the things you're saying. And I'm not saying this to be rude. I just want you to hear what is. There is no other way to buy a house personally. Now, if you choose to get a mortgage, you just choose to get a mortgage. That's all. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I just want you to understand that if you choose to get a mortgage, you're choosing to pay more for that house than what it's worth. Don't look at the sale price of that house, because that's not what you got it for. You look to the back of the 30-year paperwork. That is your sale price. That's your sale price, including all the other stuff that the banks throw in there, all that thick paperwork. Because how many people you think go get a lawyer to sign up for a mortgage? Not many. Broke people don't do that. People in debt don't say, hey, I'm going to hire a lawyer to go over this house mortgage paperwork. They don't do that. They don't have the money for it. They're broke. Back in the day when I was in debt and I signed up for a mortgage, sign here, initial here, sign here, initial here. You know how many times I did that? I had no idea what I was signing. And listen, you guys, I want you to listen to this closely, okay? When you're sitting across from the banker and you got this thick stack of paperwork in front of you, they're sitting next to you and they're just looking at you, right? They're just sign here, initial, or sign here. Wait a minute. It's going to take me way longer to read this paperwork. So you're going to sit here for about an hour and a half as I read this paperwork? But no, you think people do that? They sign here, initial here, sign here, so they can get those keys so they can pretend they're a homeowner. Mess says, right, but mortgage debt is good debt. I know you hate the term, but that's how the super rich get rich. Robert K. said he got rich off of leverage. You think Robert Kiyosaki is talking to broke people when he says that? Do you believe, Maz? Do you believe when Robert Kiyosaki says that? Because I personally know exactly what Robert's saying. I do. But I want you to understand something. Do you believe Robert Kiyosaki is talking to people who are in debt? He's not talking to them. He's talking about business. He's talking about using debt in his business, not personally. There's exactly some reasons to get debt on the business side. I know exactly why Robert's doing that. I do. People in debt, they hear Robert and believe, oh, Robert Kiyosaki's doing it. He's not talking to you. He's not talking to slaves. Zook says, so are you saying don't ever buy a house until you have 150,000? I'm not sure where you're getting those numbers from, but I'm saying me. Okay. First of all, I don't think I could ever sign up for even a 15-year mortgage. 15 years? I'm saying if you have the money to buy a house, don't ever pay market price. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there are plenty. Listen to this way, Zook. Listen. As long as there are people that believe they're homeowners while having mortgages, you will never have to pay market value of any house in the United States of America. This is all you got to do. Hey, if look throughout the United States, just look for a big company closing down, the recession, wait for a recession to happen, uh, whatever. All those people with mortgages that believe they're homeowners, they're going to lose them. And guess what? You just come in with $150,000, 300,000. You're going to get 3 houses for the price of one, paid for. They can't afford them. They go into foreclosures. They can't pay their taxes. They have no clue. They don't even know. Listen, they don't. People with mortgages don't even know they're not homeowners. You think they're going to understand the rest of the stuff? No. If they don't even. Sorry, you guys. 1 second here. They don't even know they're not a homeowner. People got their whole lives based on one job. Think of it as their job is the trunk of a tree, and all the leaves are all the things that this job is attached to. That tree falls, job loss, closed company, that whole tree falls and everything with it. Mez says he just means because the average home in America is 150, 300K. And wait, I thought you weren't against mortgages. All right, I'm gonna say this last one thing, Mez. Okay, I want you, and you should really sign up for a consultation with me. The average is made up of millions upon millions of people making the same financial decisions as one. Okay. I'm not part of the average. I'm debt free. I'm not part of the average. So if you're part of the average, I guess that those numbers apply to you. The average car payment, the average mortgage payment, the average credit card payment, those all apply to those who are in debt. I'm not part of the average. People like me are not part of the average. We're not that doesn't apply to us. That means absolutely nothing. I'm not mortgage. Listen, mortgages is just debt. I don't have any feelings towards it. It means nothing to me. If people believe in mortgages, I guess they just believe in them. I guess I don't know. If they want a mortgage, hey, they want 30-year mortgage, hey, get a 30-year mortgage. You think you get an awesome percentage rate? Hey man, get awesome interest rate. Hey, you just believe you get an awesome interest rate. All I'm saying is all you got to do is look at the data. Just Google this. Trillions in mortgage debt. Trillions of dollars. Trillions. That's millions of people that believe they're homeowners while having a mortgage. Millions. If you don't have one, you buy it under Blue Book value, and you own your house, you're financially ahead of all those millions of people that believe they're homeowners while having a mortgage. You're financially ahead of them all. This is the I'm not making this up. All you got to do is Google it. Hey, how much in mortgage debt? Trillions. Okay, I'm not part of that nonsense. I'm not I'm not making these up. Now, when it comes to business, that's different. You better believe I'm gonna use the bank's money on the business side of things. You better believe it. Especially if I'm in $1 million category tax bracket, because it all counts on taxes. If I'm making millions of dollars, you better believe I'm gonna get loans to buy houses and property. You better believe it. You better believe it. That's why I don't talk about business side of things, because people in debt get them mixed. People say things like that. People in debt say, "Oh man, Robert Kiyosaki's doing it." He's not talking to you, person in debt. But if you believe it, I guess you just believe it. People in debt be like, "Oh man, I heard, yeah, you're supposed to use other people's money." You have no choice, person in debt. You're in debt. You're broke. You have no choice but to use other people's money. All you got to do is add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If you are in debt, you have no choice but to use other people's money. You're in debt. Some might even get offended by that. It doesn't make any sense. If you're listening to my voice right now and you're getting offended, I want you to stop and ask yourself, is it true? Is it mathematically true what I'm saying? If it's true, then what are you mad at? Stop doing that. Stop being mad at mathematics and you'll be able to count to 1,000,000 so fast your head will spin. I wish somebody would have said it to me like that. Hey, Linnell, can you count to 1,000,000? Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3. No, Linnell. Why'd you skip zero? You know zero's a number, right, Linnell? They taught you that in grade school. I've been like, yeah, they told me that. Then why are you skipping it? I don't know. That's what they taught me in the debt matrix. Yeah, that's who taught you. They probably taught you how to play Monopoly too, didn't they? Yeah, they said, hey man, if you land on the taxes and this and that, and they put it under free parking, and then you put the money in the center, and then whoever lands on the free parking gets. Oh man, that's debt talk. That's not even part of the rules of Monopoly. You know who taught you that, Linnell? Who? People in debt. Gabriel says, I'm going to tell you, LJ, and I know it's going to be funny. Oh, yeah, it's going to be hilarious, man. You better tell me right away, Gabriel. Hey, man, you need to email me your phone number so I can email you my phone number. You can text me. As soon as you do it, as soon as you destroy him, I want you to text me and tell me. Nicer says, invest in yourself first by getting out of debt. Then invest in assets once you are on the other side of zero. Exactly, Nicer. Nicer's exactly right. Invest in yourself first. Anybody you come across with a student loan or older than the children, this is what I want you to. This is how you ask a person in debt without even letting them know why you're asking. Okay. You ask that person, or actually you just go, man, just do something like this. Okay. All right. If you're young and you got parents or somebody pushing you to college, this is what I want you to do. Okay. Anybody that's telling you to go to college, right? I'm not saying college is a bad thing, but I just don't want you to keep your student loans for the next 20 years of your life, 25 years. This is what I want you to, even with your parents, say this. Say something like this. Man, I sure hope the next president wipes out that student loan debt. And if a person responds emotionally and says something like, oh man, me too, man, I hope that comes true, that means they're in debt to student loan debt. They're in debt. And then I want you to think to yourself, how old is that person and when did they graduate? And think to yourself, 25 years? Then I want you to imagine the interest that has been earned over a 25-year-old student loan debt. 25 years? And then they're trying to push you to go to college, not even telling you how you're going to pay for it. You better not. You're going to be a slave until you're dead. And then you're going to carry the same habits as your parents. Oh, it's okay to keep student loan debt that long. No, it's not. That makes no mathematical sense anywhere in the world. Nicer says hit that like button and subscribe. Go to SavingsMinusDebt.com to set up your free consultation, including your time zone, and get a Google t-shirt or Google SMD t-shirt. Thank you, Nicer. That's why I'm setting up a course. That's why I'm setting up a course, because people are nervous about Ned says, what kind of business can one start to invest in real estate portfolio? I don't know. I have no idea. Not even a clue. I don't own any real estate. I don't own any property. So I am definitely the wrong person to ask about that. I don't own any of that. Not even close. Let me go back to this. But last but not least, and I said it earlier, my business, I'm changing lives. This is my gift. This is my gift. I'm changing lives forever. And I'm proving it. I'm showing you guys how I'm doing it. I'm telling you guys how I'm going to do it, doing it, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know how amazing it is to know the answer to somebody's question before they're finishing even asking the question? I can tell when a person asks me a question, I already know their financial situation by the question they ask of me. I already know the answer. That's my life right now. When I think back about when I was working, and I think about some of the conversations had at work, it's all debt talk. I mean, debt. And I didn't know it because I was in debt. So I thought it was normal. Once I got out of debt, I was like, oh my God. People talking about mortgages and rolling into the employee parking lot with brand new cars because they got a raise. Ooh, all that is debt talk. People come out the building and go check out the employee's new car and be like, oh my God, he got the brand new XYZ, the 2020 so-and-so. And then they start to think, oh man, that person he must make a lot of money. He or she must make a lot of money. That's why they can afford that car. That's not true. None of that is true. Only people in debt finance cars. Only people in debt finance cars. I didn't know that. Matt says, I'm trying to understand what you mean when you say getting mortgages through business debt is okay. Can you go into more detail regarding that? So to the type of business? No, I can't. Because that's not my focus, Mess. I don't focus outside of personal debt. I don't do that. I do not do that. That's a no-no. So this is what I advise you to do. I advise you to look for somebody on YouTube that specializes in business debt or realty debt or financing portfolios or financial. I advise you to look for somebody like that, because I don't do any of that. None of it. Not claiming to be. I'm not claiming to be a financial advisor. I'm not any of that. I'm not certified in nothing. I have no certifications. I don't have no degree in finance, nothing. I'm the wrong person to ask financial advice on stuff like that. Nicer says, facts, LJ, or rewording the same question, thinking that you will give them a different right. Exactly. Do you see that, Nicer? And that's not even, I'm not even saying that negative towards you, Mez. I don't even know if you know what you're saying. You're just rewording the same question. thinking that it's going to be a different answer. It's the exact same answer. It doesn't matter how you reword it. I see what you're doing. And that's not, again, I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just saying people just do that. I don't know if you guys know you do that. It's just I, I I don't know what you're looking for, but the answer you're looking for is not going to be in this forum. I'm trying to explain to you, I have no certifications in anything. I have no no financial college degree. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an investor. I know nothing about the stock market, nothing. Man says, contact the man behind the scenes or leave it alone already. Nobody's really picking. And I want you to understand something, Mez. We're not picking on you. I just want you to see something that you're doing. Maybe, I don't know if you know you're doing it. I'm not sure. But that's what you're doing. You keep asking the same question. You're just rewording it, thinking that I'm not sure if you think you're gonna trick me or you don't know you're rewording the question in a different way. I'm not sure. SMD police is on you. When you're financially free, you don't ask questions like that. They just don't make any mathematical sense. That's why you don't ask. I don't ask questions like that because it doesn't make any mathematical sense. A lot of people in the debt matrix believe that they're building something, that they're building for the future. Future doesn't even exist. They always talk about the future in the debt matrix. Everybody does. The future doesn't even exist. You create your future only in the present moment. And if you, in the present moment, if you don't even know you're at zero, your future will be like that. You will be in debt in your future. If you have a student loan that's older than your children, your future is debt. Because right now you're not at zero. In this present moment, you're not at zero. So 10 years from now, if you still have your student loan, guess what? You're going to be in the same financial place in the future. Because the future is now. No, I don't have any guests coming on tomorrow, Hyphy. Nope. Just that the next one is that Denzel dude. He's going to be in March though. He's March 5th. And for those of you guys don't know, what is that? Was Denzel Napoleon? What's his name? Oh my God, man, this dude. I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited about this one. I'm excited. Let me see, Napoleon. I think that's his name. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna post his. We're gonna have a collab. Him and I are gonna have a collab on March the 5th, I believe. I got to double check today. I know it's in March. Let me post that here. You guys share this one with your friends. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a very, very good one. Hold on for a second, you guys. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Nicer says, I know when someone is sticking the proverbial twig in the hornet's nest because I used to do the same thing when I was younger and more foolish. See what I'm saying? Exactly. See, I want you to pay attention to the statements Nicer's making. See how obvious she's pointing out the obvious? That's how it is on this side of zero. That's what it's like. Now, even if you're not physically over on this side of zero, you can mentally be over here because you'll catch up. You can see when people are just doing certain things to try to see about something, see if you really know something, see if you know what you're saying. It's so obvious. People in debt don't know that. They have no idea. But anyway, Denzel, Napoleon, right? Hyphy says, Denzel is too easy for me, easy work. And he doesn't know it. Man. Ooh, I hope he don't bring. He said he's going to bring on some clients. I'm sure he's going to invite some of his people over to listen to this collab. Ooh, I hope he doesn't do that. But then again, I kind of do at the same time. Ooh, I'm going to take some of his people. I'm surprised he did that. I really am. It surprises me. I hope he surprises me and just wants some knowledge from me, but I hope he doesn't try to come on and prove something, but it sounds like he's going to try to do that. I want to go, Denzel, don't do that in front of your people. Don't do that in front of your subscribers. Don't do that, Denzel. You're young. But he's gonna. I can tell by his videos. He's going to. Yes, Gabriel. Velocity banking, bro. Because he even told me in the email, he's like, hey, man, we're going to do a collab, man. And he was kind of, I can't tell if he's trying to be, it's very weird how he worded it. He's like, hey, man, I want to be, thanks for the review, man. But, I'm not a professional speaker like you. I was like, uh-oh. Professional speaker like me. Uh-oh. I know what that means. You're trying to be smart. I know what you're going to bring. And see, this is the problem. This is not a problem. This is the how can I say it? Okay, listen. If he comes talking about velocity banking, he's coming unarmed. He doesn't even know his bullets don't even have any, his gun don't even have any bullets. He doesn't know he's coming with an empty gun. People in debt are unarmed and they don't even know it. Math is not even on their side and they don't even know it. He's going to be coming. Oh, LJ, is that you? Click, 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 click. Then I'm going to say, no, Denzel, the gun's not jammed. You just don't got any bullets. You're shooting blanks. And then I'll give him some bullets. I'll say, here, man, take these. Then he starts shooting at me, and then picture me as Neo on the Matrix, just dodging them all in slow motion, because that's how slow they come. That's how slow they come. He don't even know he's unarmed. I can tell by the way he wants to collab with me. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to destroy him. He's young. But he's young and defenseless. Here's Gabriel. He's 19. He's more in Denzel's generation age. I wish Gabriel can come on and say, hey, Denzel, don't do that. I know because you think he's 50, he's old and he doesn't know, but don't do that. Matt doesn't care about anybody's age. He won't even listen to Gabriel either, though. He won't listen to him. Nonstop Dre says, don't make him look bad. I'm not going to do anything, Nonstop Dre. He's going to do it to himself. That's messed up, man. I don't even like doing young people like that. But remember, I'm not doing it. Mathematics is doing it to him. Don't, when you hear me respond to some of his stuff on the March or whatever date that is, I want you, don't look at it as me. Just look at it as math responding. Hyphy says, I don't even need a second round against Denzel. This is all first. Yeah, this is all. I know he's going to tell some of his subscribers to tune in. I know he is. Now, I don't know if he's going to be on my channel or I'm going to be on his, but it won't matter. If I'm on his, oh, he better not bring me on his channel. I think I'm going to insist that. I think I'm going to insist that I be on his channel. I'm going to find out the details, okay? But I'm going to insist. Let me see how many people he got on his. I didn't even look. Let me look. Oh, he got 11,000. I'll be happy with 2 of his 11. If 11,000 people are following him, subscribers, right? And they really say like all 11,000 believed in velocity banking, I'll probably get about 2,000 of his subscribers. I'm going to take about 2,000. Ooh-wee. Denzel, if you're sneaking in on this broadcast, if you're listening, I want you to really think about what I'm saying, Denzel. I want you to think about what you, I think I have an idea what you have planned in your brain, because you said you're going to show me some things about velocity banking that's going to prove this and that. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I'm listening to what you're saying right now, and that's not going to be good news. That's not going to be good news for you, Denzel. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm not. But you got a lot of videos on velocity banking, so that leads me to believe that you believe in it. And let me tell you something, Denzel, if you're listening, listen, man, I want you to listen to me closely because you're young. I guarantee you the banks came up with velocity banking. The banks did that, and they just made other people in debt believe that. The banks came up with velocity banking. It just makes sense. Velocity banking makes mathematical sense for the bank. For the consumer, that doesn't make any mathematical sense at all. But when I come on the other side from the bank's view, it makes total sense. From the bank's view, if I owned a bank, I would support you, Denzel, with velocity banking. If I owned a bank, I would 100% support everything you're doing on your channel, Denzel. Gabriel says, of course, Hyphy, anyone here will win the argument with him. Anybody. What's up, Fresh Prince CEO? I know you've been busy, man. I was wondering where you've been. Well, I haven't been wondering because I know what you've been doing, man. You've been on the grind, Fresh. Man, I'm proud of you, man. Good job. Gabriel says, I'm going to play Monopoly online and see if I'm lucky again. Oh, God. I want my million, Gabriel. You might, hey, man. Hey, check it out, Gabriel. Listen. Oh, listen to this. Find out if they got some online Monopoly games. Hell, I might jump into that myself. Let me write this down. Hold up. Let me see if there's some money to be won in Monopoly, some real money. Hold up. I'm going to look that up. Oh, man, that's a money maker. Oh, yeah. Wrote that down. Hey, SMD family, get online. Find out if there's some real competition, real money to be made in Monopoly games. You know how we will clean house. Oh, you better believe that when this session's over, when this live session's over, I'm looking that up. Gabriel, if you find it before me, please email me. Oh, that's a money maker. I didn't even think about that. I'm about to sign up. As soon as this session's over, I'm signing up online. I'm signing up. Nonstop Dre says, don't go easy on him so he'll learn from it and toughen up. You know what? Nonstop, he's going to learn from it. He's going to learn from it. Unfortunately, he's gonna see his subscriber list go down. But if he's deep in the matrix, he's still not gonna get it. I personally don't think he's gonna get it. He's not gonna get it because look how many videos he done made on this system. He's not gonna get it. Because if you understood how it really works, there is no way there's no way you would even make a video about velocity banking in public out in the open for all to see in the world. You would never do that. Dave Bourne says youthful egotism. It's not. You know what? I would say that, Dave. It's not, man. It's just you got to look at it this way. If he believed in mathematics, he wouldn't believe in velocity banking. He would not believe in it. All you got to do is do math. You'd be like, oh, that makes no sense. Exactly. It doesn't make sense. There is no fast way out of debt. People are like, ooh, this is the fastest way out of debt. There is no fast way. There's nothing faster than your paycheck. What are you talking about? You can speed up your paychecks? I don't get it. There is no fast way out of debt. There is no fast way out of debt. This is why they sell people fast ways out of debt. Hear what I said? If you're in debt and you signed up for something that's a quick way out of debt, there is no quick way out of debt. This is why they can sell you quick ways out of debt. Hyphy says, stream the collaboration on both channels. I believe it's possible. It counts on what type of software. I don't know if you can do that with StreamYard. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I would have to, in order to stream it in both his channel and my channel, I would have to have access to his channel. And I wouldn't want to even offer, nobody's going to do that. I wouldn't even do that. But click on that link, Dave. It's a collaboration with a guy that I'm going to have in March. Nonstop Dre says, I'm going to be like a Marine combat vet fighting against a civilian. Exactly. A 20-year trained combat veteran against somebody that a newborn baby still in diapers. That's what it's really going to be like. Dave says, be careful. He will turn around and use your ideology as his own. No, he won't. You got to understand it. And you got to remember, Dave, I don't own math. Anybody can use math. I don't own anything. What I'm saying is not a secret. I'm not hiding it from anybody. I just use basic mathematics. That's it. And I don't own math. They taught us all of this. They taught us all in grade school. They taught us all math in grade school. They did. He looks like he's in his 20s, mid 20s, early 20s, maybe something around there. You got to check it out, Fresh Prince. This is going to be a good one, man. You can't miss this. Invite your friends, get some popcorn. I want you guys to see it. I already know what's going to happen before it happens. You know why? Because he believes in velocity banking. That's how I know. Dave Bourne says, yeah, the monopoly theory is true. Wins every time. See? Man. Oh, there is. Ooh. Oh, no. Yo, is there? I don't know, Gabriel. I'm trying to find out. There's got to be. There's money games and everything. I guarantee you there's some game, monopoly game you get in to win actual money. I'm going to kill that game. I'm going to kill it. That's going to be my money maker right there. Nonstop Dre says, can you bet real money on the online? I don't know. That's what I'm gonna find out. I don't know. I just came up with this idea right now. But I believe, hell, if kids can make money just playing regular video games, I guarantee you Monopoly is the same way. It's gotta be. I can, Miss. 1 second. Let me get my headset so no feedback. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Hold on. I'm gonna post the link. Any of you guys want to jump in here and talk to me? 1 second here. Okay. Here's the link if anybody want to jump in here. Fresh Prince says hi. Indeed, new gold digger prank dropping next Wednesday. I hope you guys are. Hope you guys following Fresh Prince, man. He's coming up with some awesome content, man. He be cracking me up. I'll be like, oh my God, he's gonna do that. Fresh, you can drop your link in there, can't you, Fresh? Nonstop Dre says, how much debt do you think he has? I think he's deep. I think he's really deep in debt. By the way he talks, he's got to be deep in debt. He's got to be. He's just got to be. He's got to be deep in debt. You know, now, don't get me wrong, okay? Now, there are people that know what I know, but they use it because it's not illegal what he's doing, okay? I want you to understand it. Whatever, okay, listen to this very closely. I'm not against what Denzel does, okay? I'm not against what he does. It's business. Nothing he's doing is illegal. It's not illegal. It's legal. Okay, it's business. How I feel about velocity banking is irrelevant. Okay, that's irrelevant. How I feel about it is irrelevant. Is it legal? Yes, then he can do it. And if he's doing it, since he's doing it and he's good at it, congratulations to him. He's making money at it. Okay, that's how business runs. Business runs off of debt and people that believe in stuff like that. Okay, but if you're looking for the truth, it makes no mathematical sense whatsoever. Okay, that's it. Nonstop Dre says, I love watching your gold digger pranks. Man, that's awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Fresh. Crazy, man. You guys, man, this is what I want you guys to do. This is funny to me because I do it. I just do it for my own personal use. I'll go look at one of his latest videos, right? And then I'll go look at his very first video. He looked like, and he's in his car. He's looking all nervous. He could barely talk. Now he's out in the public talking to strangers. In public doing stuff that I would never do. I'd be like, oh no, I would never do that. No, no. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of nothing, right? I wouldn't do some of the stuff he's doing. I wouldn't do that. But that even takes a lot of work, man. You got to set all that stuff up. And he's showing us what he's doing. I don't know how long it takes to set up all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer says, bravo to SMD team. Let's go, LJ. Crush them to the bone. Crush them to bone dust. Yeah, Jennifer. It's gonna happen. But check it out, Jennifer. He's gonna do it to himself. I'm not even gonna do anything. He's gonna do it. How do I know he's gonna do it? Because he's already talking about he's gonna explain velocity banking to me. That's how I know he's gonna do it. Love you, bro. You inspired me as well. Hey, man, I'm glad, man. You know what? I am happy to have pushed you, did whatever I needed to do to get you started, man. I'm just every time I see you throw up a video, man, I'll be happy, man, that you be just, man, doing it, driving the Lambos, checking out cars, and man, and you're doing it debt free, man. That's what I love, man. You're just doing it debt free. You living life. That's what I would want. I wish somebody would told me what I know about debt today, and in my 30s, oh man, I would have been having a ball just like you. Or nothing could stop you now, man. I'm just seeing how long you're gonna hang on to your job. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see how long that's gonna work until you get to a point to where you're gonna say, man, my job is getting in my way, man, for making my videos. One day it's gonna come to that. You're gonna be like, man, if I have to spend 8 hours at a job, I can spend 8 hours on my craft. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, Fresh. Gabriel says, I play in PS4 nicer. Oh, okay. There's a Fresh Prince CEO link. Check out his channel. He's doing some funny stuff, man. And hey, Fresh, just like I said to Gabriel, when you make multi-millions of dollars, I want $1 million. Okay, I want $1 million. All right, Mez is coming on here. 1 second, I'm gonna bring Mez on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mez? Hello. I can kind of hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me. 1 second. Let me make sure everything's on. Output, headphone port, inputs. Nez, can you hear me? I can't hear you if you're speaking. I can hear your mic moving, but yeah, now I can hear you. There you go.
What's up, man?
Yes, can you hear me? What's going on?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm good. I'm at work.
Mm. All right, what's going on, man?
So I want to learn, man. I'm here to learn. I wanted to talk to you.
I know you are. I know you are. I know you are. And that's exactly how I look at it. I don't want you to think I'm looking at it any other way.
No, and I didn't think you were, but I'm just trying to understand a couple of things because I don't understand a lot of what you say. And I know you're saying you're gonna say like, oh, well, you're in the debt matrix, which is kind of hilarious to me. But
are you in a bad area? Sound like we're losing your signal. Your signal's bad or something. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't hear you, Mez. Mez, you there? You must be in a very, very bad area, man. Yeah, I lost him. We lost him. Come back on, Mez, when you can get in there. But like I said, Fresh, when you start making multi-millions, man, I just want $1 million. That's it. That's it. Just $1 million. Okay. You're gonna have 20. You can give me 1. You'll still have 19. All right. You'll still be good. You could still get that Lamborghini Largardo or whatever that is. You know, I'm not in the car, so I don't know what it is. Yeah, man. LJ gave me the confidence and boost to start my own thing. If you subscribe and you're LJ sub, I appreciate you. Exact. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Fresh. I'm proud of you, man. You're just doing it, man. You're just doing it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I love it, man. That's one thing that is just to see that, be like, man, look at him, man. He's just doing it. Nicer says, yeah, Fresh Prince CEO and Cortez Earns, my 2 favorite pranksters. See what I'm saying? And you know, I can see Fresh. I could when you do those, Fresh, man, I can see you clearly love doing them. And that's what's going to take you to the top with that prank stuff, man. It's going to take you straight to the top. You're going to be like booming through this, man. Dark Man says, Fresh definitely living his best life. Sure is, man. Can you see it? That's what it's like, Dark Man. When you're financially free, you can do anything you want, anything. True wealth is owning the time in your life. That's true wealth. Owning the time in your life. And when you own the time in your life, guess what? You have the time to make as much money as you wish. You have time to create as much content as you wish on the content that you love. You'll never, if you're doing what you love, Dark Man, you never work another day in your life ever. Gabriel says, oh, nicer. I wish we could play with you guys. Hey, man, I'm sure there's a way to connect online. I'm sure. You guys, tell you what, if you guys find the biggest monopoly, whatever, right? Let me know. And then I'll sign up with that one so we can all be on the same game server or whatever, how that works. I'm 50. I don't know how that works. You guys find out, Gabriel, and let me know. Life of Candy 31 says, what are your thoughts on credit repair? And keep going, brother. Just hit the like button. Credit repair, it's a business. Okay, it's not illegal. But credit repair is for people that believe in credit. Right? They're doing what this in Life of Candy. You got to look at it this way. Look how many credit repair people are out there. You can just throw a dart and you'll hit one. Notice how many there are. There's like hundreds of thousands of them. I mean, there's so many. You can pick. They're a dime a dozen. You got to think, why is that? Why are there so many? Because they're not really doing anything. You're still in debt. The majority of them, they're not getting you out of debt. They're doing what you're asked. They're clearing something up on your credit report or removing a debt or making you believe that they can get rid of state bankruptcy is on your credit report early, or they can remove some stuff that's not supposed. Oh, it's just whatever. They're not getting you out of debt. You're still in debt. And even like sometimes some of them, I'll go on their channels and I just curious. I don't say anything when I go to credit repair channels, or and I just listen to them. And what they're not telling people, say like they get rid of something off of your credit report, right? And they get it removed. It doesn't mean you don't owe the debt still. If the business accidentally missed the 30-minute window that they had time to respond, they can legally put it back on your credit report because it's a legal debt. Hell, you probably even start the time clock over from even messing with it. If you're in debt, you're in debt. This is why there are so many credit repair people. I guarantee you this. If you ever decide to hire a credit repair person, say like this, hey man, I'll believe everything you say if you let me see your entire personal credit report first. Let me see it. And then they'll respond with this. This is how it goes. They'll respond with, hey, this is my credit score. And then now you have to respond with, I didn't say your credit score. I said your entire credit report, because I follow this guy, LJ, on Instagram and YouTube, and he shows us his entire credit report. And he even shows us the entire credit report of some of his followers. Can you do the same? They will tell you no. You know why? Because they're in debt. How do I know this? Because they're in debt. They're doing credit repair. When you get out of debt, listen, there's nothing on your credit report. It's blank. It's got a bunch of zeros. There's nothing to show. If somebody asked to see my personal credit report, I wouldn't care. That's why I post it publicly. I even logged into my Credit Karma Live on YouTube Live. How many people? This is what I want you guys to put a 1. If you ever seen anybody on YouTube log in live on YouTube into their Credit Karma, just put up a 1 if you ever seen that before. Put it up. Put up a 1 if you've ever seen that anywhere on YouTube. Type in log in Credit Karma Live on YouTube and record it and leave it up there for everybody, for the world to see. Put up a 1 if you've ever seen that. If you haven't, then you got to think to yourself, how come LJ is the only person in the whole YouTube land, the only person to ever do that? Ask yourself that. Because there's nothing on it. There's nothing on it. It's a bunch of zeros. Who cares? It's paper. It's electronic. It's not even paper. Never. You mean out of the big YouTube where millions and millions of people are following, I'm the only person that done it? That should tell you something. Now ask yourself, that's how Linnell can see he's going to become a multi-millionaire. That's how I can do it. That's how I'm showing you guys. I did something that no one else on YouTube done. That's how I know I'm going to become a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. That's just a word because it sounds good to people in debt. There is no limit. You think Elon Musk is trying to reach a certain limit in money? No, he's not. There is no limit. It's so obvious how to become a millionaire. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. I'm doing something. Look how simple this is, you guys. Look how simple this is. I'm just showing you my credit report. I'm just logging in live into my Credit Karma where there's nothing to show but zeros. Hold on, let me get Gabriel in here. Gabriel's about to jump in here. What's up, Gabriel? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Hello? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, just telling you about the Monopoly thing
Yeah, tell us about that. I want to hear about it. Go ahead.
okay, it was online on PS4, and my friends wanted to play. It was me and 3 other my friends that just wanted to play, right? So now, we started playing, and then I could tell how like they're playing. They're playing not good. They're like, like, look, my always trick is always to buy the railroads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's always my trick. But like you could tell, like, look, they have brought in like all like the reds and like all like the greens, the high property,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be the one with the most money, and they'll be like, while I was playing, they'll be like, why haven't you like bought property and stuff for that? I'm like, I just kept playing. So then when when I kept playing, I kept buying the blue ones and the brown ones, like the ones that you start.
Yeah. Oh, the light blue ones. The light blue ones.
The light blue,
The lower end ones.
the lower end ones.
Yeah.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I kept buying those properties, and then they were like, "What the hell you keep buying that?" Like one of my friend Ernesto said, "Why you keep buying that?" Like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, why you buy like the orange one or the red one?" Like Illinois Avenue. I'm like, I didn't. So then this comes to a point. Remember when I was talking about the boardwalk thing?
Yes. Uh-huh.
It finds out that I had a $856, and all three of them had like less than $50. So then I landed on it online, and
Uh-huh.
I auctioned it, because why would I pay a full price? I could just auction and get a less price, and I got it for like around $80.
Wow. I did not know. See, when you said that, Gabriel, I did not know that you could auction it off for less than what it's the price on the
Well,
board.
yeah, but I was maybe because I was playing online. I was playing all classic.
Yeah,
Nothing
those are the
changed.
rules. No, those are the rules. Those are the rules. You only can play by the rules, so it obviously is the rule.
uh, LJ, they were so pissed. Let me tell you, like they were like, man, like how do you get that? And let me tell you something.
Mhm.
At the end of the game,
Mhm.
they kept losing because when they landed like my railroad, my property,
Mhm.
I was telling you, they
Mhm.
had to mortgage their stuff. They had to pay me. They were in, like, I remember one of my friends that he had it $14 and kept landing on my railroads and had to
Oh.
pay me 200 because I owned all four
Oh,
railroads,
you
and he
own
had to like
now the railroads. You got to roll, right? Or is that the roll? Is that the one you got to roll when
railroad.
they land on? If you own on four.
Yeah, if you owe all four, they owe you 200.
Wow. Oh, and you just kept breaking them.
And it kept breaking. That's like my trick. That's like my trick. And of course, I had it hotels on the light blue ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had it hotels on the brown ones. Even though they kept saying, "Why the hell you have that? That's like the weakest one," but they kept landing on there. They kept landing on there.
So okay, so let me make sure I got your trick down. So first thing you did was buy all the railroads. That was the first thing.
Yes, that's when I always play Monopoly. That's what I always do. Just buy the railroad, because I read something that statistically it mostly lands there because like it's like that's like the most common thing to land on, except for like
Mm,
chance or
mm,
community card. That's one of the
mm.
most. So that's why I just, let me just buy it. I didn't buy it all. I negotiated property to get another one because I had three, but then negotiate. I'm a good negotiator, and I got
Mm.
four of them, and I
Gotcha.
practically killed the game. I practically like defeated them easily in less than 2 hours.
God. So each time you've played, you won. You bankrupted them.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
I've lost before
right.
Monopoly. I'm not gonna lie.
Right,
I've
right,
lost,
right,
but
right.
like,
Well, you
but
just when you first start, of course, because
exactly.
you're playing a new way. So that
Yeah.
people in debt have a pattern. So now that isn't that funny? Am I right? Don't they have a pattern? Don't they
Yes.
have a pattern? Don't they have a pattern?
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't it funny? It's funny. They have a pattern, but
It's-
remember, Gabriel, they don't know they have a pattern. They don't know that, right? So now,
exactly.
of course, you're going to start and you're going to lose. Okay, the first couple of times you'll be like, "Oh, okay, now I figured out the people in debt pattern. They all have the same one." Man,
Yeah. Nah,
oh, that is.
I was playing it. I was playing it because you kept saying, "Oh, play Monopoly," like and I just brought it up, and my friends just wanted to play because they were bored.
Mm-hmm,
This was yesterday at night. So
mm-hmm.
then whatever I played, and I absolutely destroyed them. And then they kept saying, "Yo, Gabriel, he's cagging. He's getting super lucky. And stuff like that." Like they literally kept like they were actually like like, come on, man. What the hell do you did, bro? Do you like? They literally told me, "Oh, do you check the settings online?" Like, what the hell, man? Do you? This thing? I'm like, and when, when you said about why did I won, I said, "Oh, I won because of math. I
Mm-hmm.
learned how to use cash," and they just kept laughing at me. I'm like, dude, you did something wrong. You cheated, bro. Don't mess around with me too much, and they said that.
Oh, I love it, man. I'm so glad you did it, man. I'm so glad you did it, man. I'm so glad you did that. And they're laughing at you because you told them. Now you're telling them the truth. Listen to it, Gabriel. Now listen, Gabriel. You're actually telling them how you're doing it, and they still don't believe you.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. That is funny. Oh my God, man. And Gabriel, when you keep playing, let me know. I know you said you play on your PS4. I don't know if you can play at the same server online on a computer.
I want to know that too. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to search if we could play like online too. Like,
yeah, let me know. If you find out, please let me know because I do want.
Yeah, I'll email it to you because damn, I want to play with you guys. I want to see.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine playing 4 people that are debt free? I wonder how that game would go. That game probably go on. That probably game go on for 24 hours. It probably going for 24 hours.
24 hours. That would be unbelievably long.
That would be unbelievable. That would be boring. I would be like, because we all know what we'd be doing. So it would actually be pretty boring.
Yeah. Look, there's always, like in Monopoly, there's always a trick. The always bad investments are always in the yellow ones and the red ones.
Okay.
That's bad investment.
Gotcha.
Now, what's good investments is the one, once you go to jail, and the ones that like after you get out of jail you have to move.
Hold on.
Always that line.
I'm gonna look at the Monopoly board as you're telling me. 1 second. Let me pull this Monopoly board because I want to actually see what you're saying, so I can go along with what you're saying because I am here. Images. 1 second. Let me pull up and I'm gonna put this on. Let me put this on. We're gonna all go along with. Let me just find a big enough picture because I want us to all go along and see this. 1 second. Let me find it. Okay. Come on. Come up clear. Come up clear. Come on. Trying to get this clear picture here. Come on. All right, that's not a clear picture. Let me find a clear. Oh, here. Okay, here's one. No, that's a different board. Crap. Let me find a different one. All right, 1 second. I found a board. 1 second here. So we can all go along with this. All right, here we go. Share screen. Oops. No, not that. 1 second. There we go. All right, this is gonna be. It's gonna have to be good enough. Here we go. All right, there's the board.
All right, you see when it says between where it says free parking and visiting jail.
Visiting jail. Okay, yeah.
Visiting jail. Okay, once they and that area is the best because and proper most people the best investment still is always yellow and purple. That's the best investment because that's like the middle ground of statistically. They're gonna have a more than 14% chance to land on one of those. So if you own properties there, especially hotels, because they mostly go in that when they're visiting jail, they mostly go there. So if you land, and especially the railroad, they have a railroad. So, and if you have a utility, oh my goodness.
And the utility is that's the light bulb right there, right?
Yeah, it's the light bulb. Yeah.
Okay.
I usually don't get that, but if you have that, that's literally game over for people, especially people who like are in the debt matrix. How you say it?
So if I own the light bulb and the waterworks, is that because those are the 2 utilities, right?
Yeah, those are. Let me think. I think they'll owe you. I think Is it $70?
So did you put hotel? So you own the yellow ones and the purplish looking ones between the
No, and that one, no, I didn't own it because when they were playing it, my friends just buy properties. They don't like because if you want to see them how they play, you would be like, oh my god, these people are they don't they're not debt. So then I will own I remember I had 2 purples and 1 yellow. But then you had the rest, so I couldn't buy houses. You understand me?
Gotcha. Because you have to own them all to buy houses on them.
Exactly. So then I had all of the browns and all the light blues, and I had the hotels on them, and I still had more than $1,000.
So between Go, between Go and visiting jail.
Exactly. I had all of that.
Gotcha. So you had hotels and houses on those?
I had it hotels. Yeah.
On all that property?
All of it. All of it. They
You
thought
had
it was.
to,
They thought it was idiotic. You know, they thought that was a bad investment. But I'm like, look, they kept going. They kept doing on the ones that I told you is not a good investment. The ones that are between free parking and jail.
okay.
They kept doing that, and
Oh,
they kept losing. That was the one who kept buying the properties was the first one to get bankrupt. Let me tell you.
really? So
Yeah.
when you bought the lower end properties, you paid full price for those, right?
Well, yeah, I did play because
Okay.
that's when I started the game because you start the game 1,500. So I
Right,
did.
right.
But when it came to Boardwalk and
Mhm.
especially the green properties, I did not pay full cash. Let me tell you,
Gotcha. Okay. So you got Boardwalk for $85.
$85. Yes, I remember that, and I was like, bro, I just saved like almost 300. Was it? I think more than $300.
Yeah, because isn't that like 400 something
Four
dollars?
hundred, yes. Boardwalk, yes.
Wow,
I
man.
was
This is awesome to hear, man. Gabriel, I'm so glad I'm so glad you did this, man. This is awesome to hear.
Now it won't work all the time. What I'm telling you, of course, because it's
Well, all you got to
it's
do
Monopoly now.
as soon as you play,
But you
Gabriel,
have a chance. You have a higher chance.
but as soon as you play, you'll know right away if they're
Yeah.
because they're in debt. You'll know right away. So you'll know exactly how
Yeah.
to play it. Oh man, that is amazing, man.
Let me put it this way. There
Hmm.
was one of my friends that he was playing. He had all the green properties, right?
Hmm.
But he kept landing on the income tax, and he had it like $14, like $20. So he
Hmm.
had to sell his He has to sell his houses. So let's put it this way. Let's say if I want to own a property in the green one, right?
Hmm.
To pay for one house is 150,
Hmm.
and if he wants money back, it's 100. So he's losing money.
Yes, yes. Because you got to
You
sell
think
it.
about it?
Because you sell it back to the bank for half the price.
Exactly.
Mm.
Do you see that?
Yes, yes,
It's
yes, yes,
plain and
yes.
simple, and I kept quiet because I'm like, damn, bro, they like, and they kept landing my railroad. They kept getting pissed. Like they had to find a way to pay me. They were broke. They were literally broke. And I said to my friend, and I said, "Bro, you guys are broke, man. I have all this money, man. I had like more than I won with like $2,384.
That's how. That's right. Okay, so you put that money up to show me how much you had still when you won the game.
When I won the game, everything when they all went bankrupt.
Oh man. Oh my God. Hey Gabriel, I hope listen, man. I hope you understand. You're learning some valuable information at 19, man. I'm telling you. I want my $1,000,000. I want my million.
Oh
and
my.
I
Well,
I want it gifted to me. I don't want to pay no tax on this. So I'll make sure you gift it. Okay. Okay. I want it all.
well, and they still kept saying I was lucky, but when I kept getting like chances and stuff a lot, I didn't actually. I was not lucky. I kept getting like like fees and stuff a lot. I kept landing on luxury tax and stuff a lot, and I
Mhm.
kept landing on their property. And they kept saying I was lucky for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm not lucky. I know how to. I literally said this. I know the rules of Monopoly. That's all I
Mhm.
said. Of course, at the end, when they kept saying I was lucky after the game, I was like, I won because of math.
Mhm.
And like they kept making fun of me. Like, come on, man, you cheated. You must have done something before we played our hand. And I'm like,
You have to.
okay.
You're a game hacker now. You hacked the Monopoly server, Gabriel. That's what you did. You hacked the Monopoly server.
Oh my god. And then my brother wants to play me, man. My little brother. Oh my.
How old is your brother?
He's 16.
Oh boy. Oh, he doesn't have
Yeah.
he doesn't have a chance.
He's like he's like, Gabriel, like, I will bet you $5 that you'll not beat me. And I'm like, okay, I'll bet you. Like, I literally said, okay. Like, that's why I'm like, okay. But all I know is I'm gonna beat you. Like, I told him, he's like, bro, come on. Like he kept like showing off. I'm like, okay, okay.
You better make him pay you that $5 too, man. Better make him pay it to you too. Don't give it away because it's $5. You say, hey man, I want my $5. You better give it to me. Make him pay it because he's got at 16, Gabriel. You can teach him. You can teach him right now at 16. $5 probably gonna hurt him, right?
Oh, he's also in the debt matrix too. Like when I talk to him about stuff like that, he's like, I'm crazy. Like he says that I'm literally crazy. That you know that let me put it this way. He says that he wants to buy this like new car. I don't know, it's like 20 something thousand, and he wants to put a down payment for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the future. This is the future. He doesn't have the money for it. And I told him,
right.
why would you want to put a down payment? Like simple. Why would you want to put if you have cash for it? What's the point of putting a down payment? He's like, oh no, because I could save money like that, Gabriel.
See, now at this, Gabriel. Now at this point, Gabriel, listen, Gabriel. At this point, now you can see he has absolutely no idea what he's saying to you. See what I'm saying? He doesn't know what he's saying to you. You're saving money by financing a car? That doesn't make no mathematical sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
But see, the good thing is, Gabriel, you can teach him. He might learn from it. If you keep whooping him on Monopoly, he's going to have no choice but to believe you. You still there, man? Or somebody was talking to you? That is hilarious. Hyphy says credit repair is nothing but debt verification letters and placing one on an unauthorized user on a business installment loan. It's very simple to do. Yeah, it's nothing. It's just But Hyphy, they're giving them what they're asking for, credit repair. Mez, I don't know, man. Everybody else is connecting just fine. Maybe you just got a bad connection, man. I really wish I could get you on here to talk to you about it, man. Nicer says, you gotta roll when you land on utilities. Okay, that's what I figured. I remember playing. I ain't played it in a long time. Following, Dave says they think you're cheating. Ain't that funny, man? People in debt gonna think you're cheating. And if this game, I'm telling you guys, are you listening? SMD family, listen. If we find out where there's money to be made playing this Monopoly, this can be your new living. This can be your new living. Hold on for a second. Hello?
My bad. Is that my
you phone? There, Gabriel?
Yeah. You can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh no, because my phone ran out of battery, and no, like I was saying, like about my brother about the down payment. He literally said, "Oh, if I just put a down payment, even if I have the cash, I'm gonna save money, Gabriel." And I just started laughing, and he told me, "What the hell are you laughing?" Like he actually got kind of angry. Like, "What the hell are you laughing for?" I'm like, "Cause that's just funny." I just told him that. He's like, "What's funny?" I'm like, "It's funny that you're gonna put a down payment for something you already got cash for." He's like, "But look, Gabe, I'm gonna save money, bro. I'm not gonna pay off, man. Come on." And I'm like, I just kept on laughing, and then my mom came in the room and she was like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "No, it's just Brian being funny, saying he's gonna put a down payment." And then my mom was like, "Well, isn't that true? Don't you supposed to put a down payment for that to save money too?" And I'm like, I had to go to the room, bro. I was crying of laughter. Let me tell you.
Oh, you were laughing? Like you were laughing that hard?
Yes, I was, cause like, bro, like it's so true what you say, bro. Like, but of course he doesn't have the money. But he said like if he wanted to buy this new, he was gonna put down payment to save money. And I told him, bro, that's just funny, bro. Like, how does that even make sense? I was going to my mind, how does that even make sense, bro? Oh my god.
See, but this is the one thing. This is the good thing, though, Gabriel. He's 16, so if you keep whooping him every single time at Monopoly, he's gonna have to believe you. 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 You can save Gabriel. You can save him. You can save him, Gabriel. You can save your little bro. You can save him.
Let's put it this way. Look, before the game starts, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna show him the settings. Look, I'm not gonna cheat anything. I'm gonna put the classic rules. If you have anything to say or anything, and he's like, "Oh, of course, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you." And then once I beat him, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you hacked it." He's gonna make an excuse because that's how my brother is. And I'm gonna teach him. I'm gonna teach him after the game, after I beat him, because I know I'm gonna beat him. Like I already know. And then I'm gonna be like, "Listen, just win with math. Just win with math." That's all I'm gonna say. And then he's gonna be like my friend, maybe, or maybe he's gonna listen to me. And I'm just gonna say, just win with math.
Well, you're gonna have to beat him 10 times in a row before he's gonna believe you. Okay. At the 10th time, if he's now listen, Gabriel. At the 10th time you beat him, if he says it's lucky, you got to say, "Hey, bro, I ain't playing you no more." You got to just tell him, "I'm not gonna play you no more," because you just want. I got lucky 10 times in a row. Really? Okay.
There, bro. Come on, man. This. Don't get me wrong. I've lost to him like when I used to play the board games like a couple years ago. I've lost to him because like but now, especially that how I know, especially I know all the rules of Monopoly, and especially of like the debt-free like mindset. Yes. Oh my! I'm gonna do like I'm gonna play him dirty, man. Like it's not gonna be fun for him. It's gonna be fun for me.
You should say, "Hey, little bro, I'm gonna stream this live, okay? Little bro, I'm gonna stream this live."
Oh my! Nah, I'm not gonna do him that because I'll play it. I'll play it. I will actually like because he's gonna. I already know he's gonna be frustrated. He's gonna be like, let's put it this way. He's gonna be like, why are you gonna buy the railroads? And I'm just gonna keep quiet. Like I'm just gonna not say anything because I already know what's gonna happen. So then once I have all the railroads. And he keeps landing because I read the statistic that that's mostly where people land, of course, except for the chance and the community cards. He's going to be like, oh my God, Gabriel, what the hell, man? Like, you're getting so fucking lucky, like shit like that. Like, I keep landing on your fucking railroad, shit like that. I'm like, okay, I told you. That's what's gonna happen. Oh. And I already know he likes buying like the blue ones and the green ones, which I think that's a bad investment, but whatever, you could buy it. I already know he wants to buy like the big ones.
Of course.
But my thing is like I always want to buy the small ones because then I could build houses better and it costs less.
Yes.
That's exactly just my right. There's people like professional people like they buy that, but whatever. That's just my like how I play Monopoly, but like. Always, every time I play Monopoly, I always want to play real. I shouldn't be telling you this, like if I play with people, because I always want to buy the railroads, and if people have it, I'll negotiate with them with property.
But listen, Gabriel, I'm telling you, man. Even if you told them, hey, man, this is how I play. I buy the railroads. I use mathematics. I read statistically that if you land on these spaces, they won't even hear you, Gabriel. It doesn't matter what you tell them. It doesn't matter. You can, if you don't believe me, test it. I tell you, do this, Gabriel. When you get done beating them, say, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna play before we start playing. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna beat you. Tell them how you're gonna beat them. Tell them how you're gonna beat them, and then beat them with it.
Oh no!
I mean, play normal. Don't tell them at first. After you beat them about 10 times, you say, "Hey, bro, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and then play again."
Yeah, man, that's it's very it's incredible,
awesome,
bro.
That is awesome, man. Yeah, but go ahead.
I was just trying to say, like, when you're saying about Monopoly, like, let's put it this way. The reason that you have a better chance of winning if you have a debt free is because you know how to spend the money and how to, and like what type of investment is good and stuff like that. Because my friend, what they just kept doing, they just kept buying properties. Like, and what I kept doing, because I didn't land, I kept landing either on chances or like on railroads or utilities most of the time. And I remember my friend Ness was saying, Gabe out and on no property, man. He's gonna lose, and I'm like, whatever. And I told him I had the most cash. And they were like broke. They had less than $200 because they bought a lot of property. They bought Greens, Illinois Avenue, all of those.
Right.
And then I'm like, I was just going in my mind, I'm just gonna take my time, like if I land on the property, I'll buy it, and then. Once they were all broke in the boardwalk, oh my God, it was game over. Like I already knew it.
Oh man, I'm excited to play, man. I'm gonna find a Monopoly game. I'm about to play this weekend. Believe that, and I'm gonna share it with you guys all. I'm gonna share it with you guys all, man. This is gonna be awesome, man. Oh man, I'm gonna look for the biggest one. So if you guys come across the biggest Monopoly, whatever out there, man, please let me know. Please let me know.
What do you mean the biggest Monopoly?
When I say the biggest, I mean the most some Monopoly server that has the most amount of players on it.
Oh, Oh yeah, man, I want to know that too, bro.
Yeah, I want to know that.
That would be amazing. Like to see how to play with you guys, like in the like especially people who are in debt free, to see how that is like. Cause I don't know how long would that take.
It counts. You got to remember though, the majority of people are in debt.
Oh.
So see, because remember, Gabriel, when you're debt free, you got to look at money collectively. You don't look at money individually. So if 85% of Americans are in debt, you got an 85% chance you're going to kill it in the biggest monopoly game on the internet.
Exactly.
But this is worldwide. This is worldwide though. But you got to remember, even though it's worldwide, debt is the same everywhere. Math is the same everywhere. It doesn't matter what language. It doesn't matter what country. It doesn't matter. Debt is debt.
Yeah, man. It like that. Like once I went out, that blew my mind because I'm like, it's so true, bro. And I couldn't see it earlier, like Jesus, because I kept losing Monopoly for whatever reason. But then like I had that myself, like of debt free, and like it kind of helped me.
So let me ask you something, Gabriel. When I first mentioned the game of Monopoly, what did you think when I told you? I said, hey, man, you just play Monopoly and you'll kill it. What did you think in your mind?
I thought, look, I'll be honest. At first, I thought, why would he? That's stupid. Why would he just? It's just a board game. That's what. That's what I thought. Like I'm gonna be still out.
I want you to say it truthfully. Go ahead.
Because I was in the way you kept saying, I'm like, come on, man, it's a board game, man. That has nothing. This is what I said. This is what I was thinking about. That has nothing to do with real life. That's what I first thought. And then I kept thinking, why would LJ say, because, I actually believe in LJ. Like, I was thinking, LJ, what he's saying.
Hold on, man. I don't know where you at. You're getting windy somewhere. Where you at?
You can hear me now?
It's kind of, you outside or something?
Yeah, I'm outside from my porch.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, now it's not so windy. So tell me what you were thinking. Go ahead, finish. Tell me what you're thinking.
I was thinking, so then let me just give it a try. And that try was yesterday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So you understand me?
So tell me this. So what made you finally try it yesterday? So what made you finally do it?
Because literally it was out of coincidence. My friends said they were born and they wanted to play Monopoly. Absolutely, I can't get straighter than that.
Are you serious?
Yes, I don't know if it was a coincidence. I don't know, like how you say the universe wanted me to try the universe. Because that's, and I was like, okay, because I had nothing to do. Like I was just in my home, like nobody was in my house. Everybody was in my grandpa's. I was just by myself, so I'm like, whatever. Let me just play. And I played. Really not the rest.
Wow, that is cool, man. Oh my God! Now I know you can't wait to play now.
Yes, I'm actually excited to play with my brother, to be honest with you. Like I'm waiting for him. Let me see what time is it. He gets out at 2:20 because he's in high school right now. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to play him. Let me tell you. See, that's what he wants to do. He was like yesterday, oh, Gabriel, you're gonna lose this and that.
Now you guys gonna play on the board?
No, we're gonna play on PS4, like online.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have the board game, but no, he says, no, let's just do it online.
Yeah, do it online. Do it online because on the board.
Because then I won't cheat.
You won't cheat. Oh man, you took some money out the bank, man. You took a couple extra 500. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Remove all that.
Yeah, man. I cannot. And I'm gonna. Are you gonna stream tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, I'll speak on Saturday.
Tomorrow Saturday? Oh my! I'm gonna tell you exactly what's good. Okay. Everything. I'm gonna tell you everything.
Okay.
That's gonna be hilarious, bro. Like I already know what's gonna do. Like I can just tell.
That is funny, man. I can't wait, man. So let me know tomorrow, man, because you outside. That's windy. So we'll talk again. All right, man. Appreciate it, Gabriel.
Take care, man.
All right. Man, that's awesome, you guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. I already knew it though. I already knew it. And if you guys playing a board game, just evaluate your competition. See if they have car payments or see if they have a finance. See if they have the latest, greatest iPhones in their hands. And just say, hey man, did you buy that phone cash or did you make payments? If they tell you to make payments, know that you're going to win the game. You're going to bankrupt them because they have a finance phone in their hand and they're making car payments. You already got the game in the bag. They don't need to know that. Nicer says playing debt free versus in debt is like varsity versus little league. Yeah, and they don't even know it, Nicer. They're unarmed. Dave says, you said you using math, yet they still didn't get it. Down, they don't get it. You got to remember, Dave, in the debt matrix, People don't trust math. They don't trust mathematics. They don't even believe in it. Fresh Princess, you can't. You need to have the same console. LJ, just get a PS4. Not pricey, but you can set it up that way. You know what? But Fresh Prince, this is what I'm saying to you. The reason why I want to go online, because it's bigger. It's bigger. Like if I get a PS4, that means I'm restricted to people only in PS4 when I can play people in the world, all over the world online that anybody has access to. So I'm going to go straight for the biggest. I don't want to be in a restricted forum. R Carp says, LJ, you've been MIA. I had to take a little break, man. When you do what you love, man, sometimes you got to force yourself to take a break. So I had to take a break to regroup so I can gather my thoughts and come up with better content. I'm trying to create a course, et cetera, because I got to keep this going. And that's the weird thing, R Carp. When you doing what you love, you got to take a break from it, because versus a job, you don't want to go to work every day, but you have to because you're in debt. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel says, bought up the whole hood block. Sure did. Sure did. And all you got to do is put hotels and houses on it. It ain't hood no more. You just fixed up the block. Dave says, so you brought the railroad and the lower end properties and beat them. Yeah. Isn't that an excellent plan? Because people, think about it, the majority of people in debt, they think, oh man, if I can get Boardwalk and Park Place and all those high ends right away, so they spend their money. They pay full price for the properties, not knowing that they can be, because when people land on it, it can be auctioned off. And once it's auctioned, you can get it below market value. That's why I keep telling you guys, when you have cash, housing market, this is perfect. I want you guys to listen. This is why I always say this. When you're debt free and you have cash, housing market prices will no longer matter to you. Monopoly has proven it. I'm showing you guys this. This is how it works in the real world. You're not paying full price for properties anymore. Only people that need to finance properties do. Nonstop Dre says down payment to save money. How? No, don't save money. He's just speaking debt. Gabriel's little brother doesn't know he's speaking debt. This is what he's been taught. That's why he's saying that. It doesn't make any mathematical sense, but he doesn't know it doesn't make mathematical sense. All Gabriel has to do is say, hey, little bro, okay, if you can write this down on paper and make it make mathematical sense in front of me, I'll believe you. He'll never be able to do it. Born says, you will know when you pique his curiosity, he will start to ask, how you're doing. Yeah, he'll start to ask after about 10 times in a row. If he says you're lucky the 10th time, he's going to say, okay, all right. Nobody can be lucky 10 times in a row. Those odds are better than Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Dave says, were you the bank? If you're playing online, I'm assuming that the computer is the bank. That way it cannot be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? Uber guy says, I'm actually going to buy Monopoly today. Do that, Uber guy, or just play online. Play online. You have more people to play. You can play anybody in the world. It doesn't matter. Dave says, me too. Gabriel says, it's going to be funny, LJ. Oh, it's going to be hilarious, man. It's going to be hilarious. I want to know. Gabriel shoots me a message. Let me know. You guys might see me pop up later on tonight. Oh man, Gabriel says, I'm going to play right now, man. Okay. Dave says, imagine playing Vegas still like poker with that strategy. You will make a killing. I wonder if, I don't know, would debt-free playing, I don't know if debt-free has anything to do with playing in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how, because like when you play Monopoly, I know the competition is people who are in debt. So I already know playing Monopoly against people in debt, they're already unarmed. They don't even know they're unarmed because they don't trust mathematics, right? So those odds are high for you, okay? And I wouldn't even really consider them odds. I mean, they're very high probability odds playing against people in debt, right? On a Monopoly. But you go to Vegas, you're doing gambling, you don't really, I don't know. You don't really know. I don't gamble like that. So I really don't know. I just think this is how I look at Vegas. Okay. I look at Vegas like this. You go When you go to Vegas, the hotels are getting bigger and bigger and taller and taller and fancier and fancier. So that tells me that the house is winning most of the time. That's how I look at Vegas. Every time you go to Vegas, there's a nicer hotel, it's bigger, more fancier. That tells me the house is winning. Because if they wasn't winning, hotels wouldn't be looking like that. You know what I'm saying? See, Nicer says poker is mostly instinct for me. See, I don't play poker. I don't play cards and gamble and stuff like this. That's why I'm going to go in here and I'm going to master Monopoly. I'm going to master that, and I'm going to find out where the competitions are and win them. And I'm going to do it with just using mathematics. Now, don't get me wrong. This is what you guys got to understand something. There's people that know what we talk about in the SMD family that also play Monopoly, okay? And then when you come up against them, you're going to know right away. You're going to know right away that they know what you know, because it's just mathematics, right? They're going to know right away. You're going to be like, oh, this person knows the real rules, the unwritten rules, right? So then once you guys identify each other, once we identify that the other person is playing debt free too, there's a new set of rules. Those rules, I don't know those rules. That's going to be tough right there. You play against another person who understands debt free. Maybe they've been at the game longer than me. Okay. But I'm going to know, I'm going to like, uh-oh, this person knows, because it's going to be obvious. It's obvious to see the debt pattern. People in debt, they have a pattern. You'll see that right away, right away. But you will also see the pattern of somebody that's debt free. You'll know that right away, and they will know you too. And then now you two will evaluate at which level are you at. So say like Gabriel comes in, he's playing debt free. But if you come up against a person that's very experienced, that's debt free for years, Gabriel's not going to have a chance because he's new to the game. He's brand new. He's brand new. Dave says, yep, the house wins. Oh, yeah, those hotels are beautiful. When I go to Vegas, every time I go to Vegas, those hotels are more and more beautiful each time because the house wins. Jennifer says, I'm a black hack head, but now I want to play Monopoly again. Yeah, play Monopoly, Jennifer. I just been telling you guys about it because it just makes sense to me. I haven't even actually gone on and started playing, but I mean, I bought a board, but I don't really have anybody in the house to play against. I'm teaching my girlfriend's son how to play right now. I'm teaching him how to play Monopoly the correct way, not from people in debt. And he's only 6. I'm still teaching him how to count the money, but he's going to learn how to play Monopoly, and then he's going to take those same skills out into, which quote unquote, the real world. They believe the real, when they say, hey man, that's not true, that's not the real world. No, you don't say that's not the real world, that's your world. The real world you can't see, that's your world. Monopoly is like chess in a way. I agree with that. Because chess is, you got to know how to play chess. You got to know 10 steps ahead. But one thing I like about Monopoly, again, the odds are higher because the majority of people are in debt. They don't even know that they are unarmed. That's the plus side. You can even tell them how you're doing it and they still won't believe you. You know why? Because this is what they'll think in their head. No way is it that easy. It's so easy, they won't believe you. That's the trick. It's so easy that they will not even believe you. Play online, play with your friends and family. You'll kill them all. And then you come back to this channel, you tell us the stories. That's going to help other people understand. And then when you master that Monopoly to where you're beating them so bad to where you get bored, you take those skills out into the real world because it's the exact same thing. You go buy houses. Blue book value on houses no longer matter. It's the same thing. You guys do this. I want my cut. It's $1 million each. All right. When you guys have multi-millions of dollars, my cut is $1 million. Okay. You guys will still have $19 million. Okay. You're still going to be making multi-millions of dollars or more. I guarantee you that $1 million I'm asking for, it'll be in the ashtray of your car. You'll be like, hey, LJ, I got your million. I'm like, hey, where's it at? Go look in the car. Go look in the Austin. Look in the pop the trunk. That's your money right there. Go take it. Wow, it's not even guarded. No, it's just $1 million. No, that's like $1 to me. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna be like, LJ, you only want $1 million? You sure you don't want more? It's unlimited. I have unlimited money coming in. You sure you only want $1 million? Yeah, sure. I'm not greedy. Just $1 million. All right, here you go. Make sure you gift it to me though, because I don't want to pay taxes on that money. I'm gonna figure out how to keep as much of the money as I want. Dave says they give away free food, alcohol, and rooms, so the house must be winning in some way. Yes, it's Dave. Look, isn't it obvious? It's obvious to me. You win, they put you up in a comp room, and they say you do comp this and comp that because they want you to stay. Why? So you'll spend it back with the house. They'll spend it back. Because people in debt will win a large sum of money, and guess what? The first thing they think, oh man, if I won this much, I can win more. And then they'll do it, and then they'll go back and lose it. That's why when I see these gambling competitions and the person wins, the grand prize pot, the first thing I think, how much money did that person spend before they got to that point to win that much money? That's what I think. How much did you lose before you won that 100,000, 1 million, 500,000, whatever it is? It doesn't matter. How much you've been gambling this long? How much through your lifetime have you lost before you actually won this? Gabriel is too funny. Has me laughing out loud for real. It's funny. And when you start playing, Jennifer, you better let me know. I want to know. I want to know too. Gabriel says it's true though. Yes. True. You see the way Gabriel's laughing? You see the way he laughs? At 19, man, he's going to be laughing through his whole freaking life at everybody. Everybody. They're going to be like, damn, Gabriel's so happy. He don't even got a job. How come he's so happy? And you're just going to continue on laughing into your late 20s, 30s, 40s. You'll be like, this dude been laughing since 19. What is so funny, Gabriel? What is so funny? And each time they ask Gabriel, what's so funny? He's going to laugh even harder. And then when they say, and Gabriel stops laughing, he goes, hey, it's just mathematics. And then they turn to him and say, what do you mean mathematics? And then that's going to make Gabriel laugh even harder. What do you mean what's mathematics? You know what I'm saying? I think it's funny when Gabriel's like, when it comes to, and I want you to know this too, Gabriel. A lot of people tell me that they go out to the real world and start talking to saying everything I'm telling them that they're going to hear. Hey, you guys are going to hear this in response to that. And then when it happens, you can hear it in his voice. It's like it's a revelation. Oh my God, LJ said he was going to. Yes. How do I know what they're going to say? And I don't even know that person. Don't even know the person that they're going to talk to. And I already know what they're going to say. How is that? Mathematics. This is how I know I'm going to become a multi-billionaire. And that's a word I just made up because there is no limit. So I just made a billionaire. That means a lot of money. You say that to a person in debt, that equals a lot of money. Hey man, I'm going to be a billionaire. Ooh, what's a billionaire? That must be more than a billion. Yeah, whatever. I made it up. Dave Bourne said he is so lucky to have this information at 19 years old. Dave, I agree, man. I agree. He is so lucky to have this information at 19. Oh my God. He is so lucky. That's what's lucky, Gabriel. You're lucky. And listen, even that, Dave, this is what I want to say. Something inside of it's not really even listen to this. Something inside of Gabriel was already there. He was like, something doesn't make sense. At 19, he was like, wait a minute, why am I supposed to get a credit card? Something didn't make sense already. So he already had something inside of him told him this. And then once he came across my channel, I just made it click all together like a link chain on a bicycle. Now it's all connecting. Now that he's going to master Monopoly, oh my God. Kind of, this competition monopoly thing. Guess what? I probably end up in the final competition with one of you guys. Oh God. I love this life, man. I love my life. I love it, man. Love it. There is nothing in the world like financial freedom. Nothing. I just thought of my new stream of income, Monopoly Championships. And I haven't even played yet. You're probably thinking, if you're new to my channel, you're probably thinking, LJ, how do you know you're going to win in Monopoly? Because 85% of Americans are in debt. Now you times that, you play online, that's the world. The world is in debt. The majority of people in the world are in debt. The world. That's how I know. Ooh-wee. Dave says, yeah, he knew something was wrong to begin with. Yeah, exactly, Dave. He knew something was wrong. He knew something was wrong. He's like, wait a minute. And at 19, Dave, check it out. Can you imagine all the older people listening to Gabriel talking, oh, shut up. You're 19. You don't know anything. You're just starting out life. You don't know nothing. You just did this. Yeah, everybody says that. Of course you don't have debt, Gabriel. You're only 19. Everybody has debt. It's just part of life. Can you imagine all the stuff you hear at 19 and how at 19, you got to completely block out those that are older than you, because you got to remember too, Dave, these people love him. Okay. You're 19. You're hearing information from people that love him, his parents, his sister, brother, whoever is in his family. It doesn't matter. Cousins, doesn't matter, because debt doesn't care. Debt is the colorblind slave master. It has nothing. Debt doesn't love. It doesn't care about love, what that even means. Debt doesn't care if that's your cousin. Doesn't care. Debt doesn't even care if that's your mama. Doesn't care if it's your papi. Debt is like, ¿cómo se llama? No entiendes. Tú entiendes. It's just math. No entiendo. Huh? I said it's just math. No entiendo. Gabriel says, yeah, that's true about credit cards. I don't have American Express points. Yeah. You're a loser, Gabriel. You don't have American Express points. You're a loser. I bet you if somebody said that to Gabriel, hey, Gabriel, you don't have American Express card and you don't have American Express points or whatever that is, Gabriel start cracking up laughing. Why is he laughing that I called him a loser? Why is Gabriel laughing? Dave says, hey, LJ, I just paid $4,000 down in 2 months on my debt. I want to temporarily halt my 401k to pay off my last 12K. Do you think you should have, hey, Dave, you should have halted your 401k long time ago. This is why I'm gonna show you, Dave, so you understand. I'm not just saying it. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute towards your 401k. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute towards your 401k. If that's in the negative, stop your 401k because you're not contributing anything. That's mathematically impossible to contribute negative dollars to your 401k. Stop it right now. Pay that off. Check it out. Dave, pay all your debt off. Once your debt is paid off, you come back in, you max out your 401k. Max it. 19.5 goes into your savings. 19.5 comes off of your annual income every single year. 85% of Americans are in debt. They can't even think about doing that. You can. Mazda 5 says, LJ, I have a friend I talked to that is a CPA, and he told me he has 2 student loans, bachelor's degree and a doctorate degree, makes $135,000 a year. I was scared to know any more than that. That's where you stop. He's a CPA? Debt doesn't care what your job title is. Debt doesn't care if you work for the IRS. It doesn't care. Don't care what color you are. This dude is a CPA, And he really believes he's making $135,000 a year. He believes that. 2 student loans. Can you imagine if he had a bachelor's degree and a doctorate? Oh, he's deep. Ooh, he is deep. And Mazda, you're right. You just stop right there. That's all I need to know. I won't be using your services. A certified CPA, deep in debt, and he's going to tell you how to do it. They're trained about this in business. They're trained about this in college, how to balance books. And he hasn't even invested in his own self. You better not use that CPA. And it's not even his fault. You just don't know. If he knew, he wouldn't do that. Oh God. Let me read what you. Oh God. Yes, he works for. Oh my God. Yes, and works for a corporate auditor. That scares the living crap out of me. That scares me. That literally scares me. You're a CPA at a corporate level and got 2 student loans, a bachelor's and just saying the word doctorate. I already know how much debt that is. That's got to be at least 100 plus, almost 200,000. Got to be. That doesn't even include the credit cards, mortgages, car payments, and any other payments. I'm just talking about student loans. Messed up, man. Ooh, man. That just gives me like a funny feeling in my stomach. Dave says, thanks to you, I see that now. That was the piece I was missing. See, Dave, I want you to pay attention to something, Dave. And this is something I'm going to tell you the same way I tell Gabriel. Okay, listen. I want you to go to somebody in your workplace and somebody, you just say, hey, man, have you ever maxed out your 401k? Okay, this is going to be the response. I don't even know who you're going to ask, but it doesn't matter. I already know what they're going to say. They're going to say, yeah, I max out the match. I get a 6% match or the 3% match or whatever. And then you got to stop and say, no, I mean the $19,500 that the IRS allow you to save for 1 year. Have you ever done that? They're going to say, hell no, I can't afford that. They're going to tell you to your face. They're going to tell you to your face that they're broke. That's how you know you stop your 401k, pay off your debt, then go max it out. You know to do the exact opposite of the majority. I don't care how many people in your office you ask, none of them will tell you, let alone know the max of 19.5. Or you can even do the, hey man, what's the max we can do in 401k per year? I guarantee you none of them will know. They will just keep coming back to that 3%, 6% stuff. Only people in debt believe they're matching money with negative dollars. They really believe they're getting a 6% match while they're in the negative. You can't match. Matching negative to negative is negative. Gabriel says, people said to me, you could go on vacation for free on. Oh God, free on credit cards with points. And I was like, okay. Oh my God, Gabriel at 19, man, he got to be dying. His stomach's got to be hurting. It's got to be hurting. Hey, Gabriel. Hey, man. Welcome to my world. I've learned to master the laugh, though. You can't laugh because you're not going to have any friends. You're going to be an a-hole. You're going to be a prick. You're going to be all that. You just got to go, okay. Just like you, okay. Oh, man. Oh, Mazda said he has a house, too. Oh, he is so deep. Oh, he's a CPA slave. Oh, he's buried so deep. He's buried so deep. Oh, man, I feel sorry for him, man. And I don't even know him. But the bad thing is this. He's a CPA. That means he's working on other people's finances. Oh, God. He's working on other people's finances. No entiendo. No entiendo. No, papi. No, papi. Gabriel says, when they told me, Gabe, why don't you like credit cards? I said, prefer cash, man. And they were They were they were cash as old school. Oh my God. Gabriel, I think you're gonna have to wear a face mask, man, because they're gonna be like, man, this dude is always, hey, Gabriel, make sure you get your teeth fixed, man. Make sure, I'm not saying your teeth are bad right now. Just make sure they always stay straight. Okay. If you need to get braces, do it now. Okay. Because you're gonna be always laughing and you don't want to be missing teeth. Okay. I remember I got braces I got braces at age 45. You know what they were saying? Hey man, why are you getting braces on your teeth? Because look at your age. I'm like, what, when I turn 50, I can't have teeth? What, I mean, why you say stuff like that? I got braces, man. That's why I have all my teeth, because I'm always smiling. I got to have a good smile. How else am I going to show everybody my life? I'm always laughing and smiling. Gotta be. Mazda says, LJ, I'm going to Virginia this summer and I will play Monopoly with him. I will let you know what happened. Oh, please do. But you already know right now, Mazda. You already know. Before you even play him, you already know he is unarmed. A CPA with a doctorate and a bachelor's. Now, remember, those titles impress other people in the debt matrix. They don't impress me. When I hear somebody have multiple degrees, the first thing I think in my head, how deep in student loan debt are you? You got to be deep. Deep. That's going to be my second stream of income. Monopoly championships. And when you get out of debt, you're going to understand. You know how people in the debt matrix always say things like, oh man, there's no way around taxes. Yes, there is. The right way. Follow the rules. There's plenty for everybody. Just follow the freaking rules. You don't have to, don't cheat on your taxes. Don't let nobody even touch your taxes that even remotely sound like they're cheating on their taxes. Don't let anybody do your taxes that have student loans older than their children. They're missing a major piece. Don't let them touch your taxes. Don't do it. They're missing something. I'm telling you. Bad news bears. You get a tax person, you got to say, hey, man, you're doing my taxes, right? That means you're good with math. They're going to say, yeah. Then you say to them, hey, okay, I need you to make mathematical sense to me. You went to college for 4 years, but you keep your student loan for 20. I need you to put this down on paper where that makes any type of mathematical sense. Prove it to me. And I'll let you do my finances. Guess what? There is no answer. And if they try to prove it to you, they just told you everything they needed to tell you. Because it will never make sense ever. But if they try, that's bad news bears. No entiendo. No entiendes. No, you is es, right? Entiendes. Entiendes. You don't understand. Or is that two entiendes? I don't know. Mazda said, I told him I pay yearly for my phone. He laughed. God damn. Gabriel, you see that? Gabriel told his friends that he just using math. They laughed at him. You tell him you pay yearly for your phone, he laughs at you. That doesn't, what, you know, when they laugh, you got to try very hard to keep a straight face and go, why are you laughing? Make them explain to you why they're laughing at you. Make them explain it. Guess what? There is no answer. There is no answer, but make them explain it. When somebody says, hey, it's a good deal to finance a car, you say, okay, good. Explain it on paper. I want you to write it down and tell me why you think financing a car is saving you money. You put it down on paper and I believe you. There is no answer. They'll never be able to do it because they don't even know what they're saying. They don't know what they're saying doesn't make mathematical sense. They don't know it. But if you make them write it down, they might figure it out. Look at this. We've been going on 3 hours. 3 hours, you guys. Does it feel like 3 hours? Doesn't feel like 3 hours to me. Gabriel's going to be he's going to be the laughing king of his house. Look at that prick, Gabriel. Gabriel's a prick. He's always laughing in your face. Every time you ask him a simple question, he just starts laughing in your face. He's a prick. I can only imagine the Spanish cuss words that are said behind his back. I've always wanted to learn Spanish too. I really have. I love that language for some reason. Mazda says it was a real wake-up call for me here. Call for me here. Yeah. That is so funny. I think it's the same in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. Yeah, it's the same thing. Same numbers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, same thing. Math is the same. Doesn't matter how you translate the language. It's the same. I use the same amount of fingers. Let's see in Vietnamese. Mo kai ba bon nam sao bei tham chin mui. Yep, same thing. Same thing. Same numbers in Vietnamese too. Yep. Mo hai ba bon nam sao bei tham chin mui. Yep, same thing. It's worldwide, baby. Worldwide. Mazda 5 says, thank you, LJ, for helping the open up eye to really see. You're welcome, Mazda. I want you guys all to become as rich as you want to be. There is no limit. I want my cut, though, Mazda. First million, not first million, but I want $1 million. Nitro says, I know some of them Spanish bad words growing up in the barrio. Yeah. I watch a lot of what's that stuff? SGV News. He's like a person that goes out and does audits, like write audits. He goes up to public buildings and stuff like that. I love SGV. He's Spanish, man, and he's always speaking Spanish in his videos. SGV News. Sam, George, Nancy, SGV News, right? And he speaks a lot. He's Spanish, so he speaks a lot of Spanish with when he's talking. Sometimes he's speaking to his friend, and I would just try to understand the words he's saying, you know. And so I kind of learned from that, you know. And I watched the latest Narco on Netflix, season 2, and the majority of that film is in Spanish, so it forces me to listen to them speak in Spanish as I read the words, right? So I can relate the two together. And then as I was watching each and every episode, it started getting easier and easier for me to keep up with them, because the words are saying, you know, they're being displayed across the board fast. But I've noticed when I already know the word that they're pronouncing, then I don't really have to pay attention to that word when I read it in English. So I was getting it more and more each time. So Mazda says, facts. It is the same numbers in all languages. Yep. Math is, I keep telling you guys, math don't care about people's feelings. It doesn't care what country you live in. It doesn't care what language you're speaking. It doesn't care what color you are. It doesn't care if you're gay, straight, white, black, Jewish. It don't care, because all this is green, baby. It's the colorblind slave master. He don't care. He don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your cousin. He don't care. Mazda 5 says, you got it. Second million is yours, then I can work on the third. I'm saying like this, Mazda. When you get to about $19 million, I said, all I want is one. You got $20 million. Just give me one. You have 19 million left. You'll be good. I don't want your first million. No way. I don't want that. I want you to make millions. And then you're like, hey, LJ, oh yeah, dog, I forgot your million. Go look in the Maserati, pop the trunk. It's $1 million in there. Go ahead and grab that. I'll be like, dang, Mazda, man, you ain't scared somebody gonna break in your trunk and steal it? You're gonna be like, whatever. I don't care. It's just paper. Gabriel says, just how Ramsey says, cash is king, man, not stupid credit. Yeah, that's who I learned from, Gabriel. I didn't know I was in debt until I came across Dave Ramsey. Dave changed my life. He saved my life, man. He saved it. He doesn't even know. He don't know me, but he will. You guys in this room listening to me. You guys listening to me? Dave Ramsey will know who I am. Damn, those are strong claims, Linnell LJ. How can you do that? Because I said so. Dave Ramsey will know who I am. And I will thank him personally. I probably will cry. Dave Ramsey saved me. I didn't know I was in debt. Then I came across Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey said, "Hey man, just apply math to your finances and you'll win." I was like, "Oh no, it can't be that easy." Yes, it is. And then I took what Dave Ramsey showed me. I said, "You know what? I can make this even more simpler than what it is." And then I added my own personality. This is how I create your own. You are individual from anybody else. Nobody can mimic me. Then I just added my own flavor and create my own. That's how it works. Nobody can mimic you. You don't have to copy nobody. You can kind of get the program a little bit, like, oh, okay, Dave does this. Okay, you got that kind of program, blah, blah, blah. But nobody can mimic you. Nicer says, watch Blood In, Blood Out. Then you'll know how Benjamin Bratt is. Okay, I'll do that. Jennifer says, to have all this knowledge at 19 is priceless. Gabriel will be a millionaire in his. Oh yeah, Gabriel will be a millionaire before he's 30. And that's just with a regular job. Thank you, Mazda. Just, I mean, one of your cars, if the money's in a Lambo, I'll go and grab it out the Lambo trunk or whatever. No, Lambos don't have trunks. I think it's in the frunk, right? Cash is king. Sure is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Jennifer. Gabriel says, Dave Ramsey is funny with his rants on credit cards. Oh, yeah, I love Dave, man. I still be going over there every now and then. I love when he talks about something about the economy or thinks some president's going to save everybody in student loan debt. I love Dave, man. I can't wait to be on the show one day. I'm going to be on the show. You know, my ultimate goal is to be on stage with him. To be on stage with not Gabe. Be on stage with Dave. Be on stage with Dave Ramsey and just letting him know in front of millions of people that he changed my life. Not saved it, changed it. Changed my life forever. I'm never going back into debt, ever. And now I took what I learned from him, and now I'm helping others change their life. It really doesn't matter your age, but the younger you know this, you got time on your side. You got a lot of time. When you're 19, man, and you know this at this age, you're going to skip over a lot of stupid mistakes. A lot of stupid mistakes. You get to avoid them all. Because nobody's going to be able to fool you financially. And this is the upper hand that Gabe has too. This is the upper hand. He being young with this type of knowledge, he has the upper hand because people above him, older than him, that are in the debt matrix, they're going to think they're going to be able to fool Gabriel because he's 19 and stupid. They're not going to know Gabriel knows what the majority of people don't know. He trusts mathematics. If I can hop in Gabriel's body right now and become 19, I'll be like, okay, all right. Ooh, I speak Spanish too? Oh God. I'm about to kill it in every single way. In every single way. And 19 too? Ooh, really? The women be like, why is this dude so happy? Ooh, he is rich. Yeah, I'm rich. Whatever. They'll be like, Gabriel, how come you're not taking me serious? You're in debt. I don't take any woman serious that's in debt. I don't do that. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You're in debt. Yo, Poppy. Yo, Poppy. Did I say that right, Jennifer? Poppy. Or am I saying it with my American accent, Jennifer? Yo, Poppy. Gabriel says it's easy. It's math. Yeah. But say that to them, Gabriel. You're going to be laughing again. You're going to be laughing at why they don't understand what you're saying. You're going to be like, hey, I'm just saying it's mathematics. They're going to say, I don't understand what you're saying. Then you're going to start laughing. They're going to say, why are you laughing, Gabriel? I'm laughing at you. I'm telling you the answer and you're still not believing me. That's why I'm laughing. They're going to be like, what do you mean by that? You're telling me the answer. And it's going to go round and round and round in circle while you're dying on the floor, holding your stomach, laughing. And they're going to like, look at that prick. Gabriel's an a-hole. He's just so mean. He's just laughing in my face and he's not telling me why he's laughing. He'd be like, Gabriel's going to be like, yes, I am. I'm telling you. And you're still not getting it. Gabriel, start your own YouTube channel taking what LJ teaches and translate it into Spanish. Ooh, that's a good idea. You know, and check this out. I'm coming up with these ideas with you guys. You see how these young kids are making a lot of money when people are following them playing video games? Have people follow you playing Monopoly. You win enough games, people will follow you and wonder, how in the hell are you winning? I'm writing. Let me write this down. I'm giving you guys all these ideas. I need to make me some money. Just a second. Let me write this down. I'm telling you guys how to. All right, let me see this. Okay. Start online channel where people can follow me playing. People around the world. Beating people, just killing people. Writing all these ideas down. You better believe it. If these young kids can make hundreds, millions of dollars, having just people watching them play video games, I can do the same. Gabriel says, well, guys, my family is Hispanic and I talk Spanish. I don't talk Spanish. I don't talk Spanish much, only in the house. Okay. Gabriel says, yo, I'm going to do that now, LJ. Oh my God. I can hear Gabriel laughing right now. I can just hear him cracking up. Hey man, don't be laughing during the game though, Gabriel, man. It's gonna mess up your concentration. You start laughing during the Monopoly game, okay? Try not to do that, man, because he's gonna get upset. You probably frustrate him even more. Man, talking to the SMD family is fun when it comes money rather than my boys. Ain't that fun, man? And then you take your knowledge out into what they believe is the real world. They believe it's the real world, and it's not. It's not the real world. It's their world. They don't know it's their world, though, Gabriel. They don't know it's their world. You want to say, hey, man, stop saying it's the real world. That's not the real world. That's your world. That's the debt matrix world. All right, you guys, we're going to cut this off at 3:30, man. 3:30. So you got about 7 minutes to get in your questions because I'm hungry. We've been going almost 3.5 hours. I got to use the bathroom again. You know, it's a long session when you got to use the bathroom twice because I drink a lot of water during these sessions. So because my mouth gets dry. But I came up with some awesome ideas, man, which I'm going to implement too. This is going to be awesome, man. Gabriel, take the SMD message to the Spanish speakers on your channel will blow up all the way from Mexico down to South America. That's millions of people. Sure is. You know what, Nicer? He'll naturally. Gabriel's already realizing a lot of stuff right now. Okay. Once he realizes that he can capitalize on this knowledge that seems so simple, that's where the millions are going to come in. He's going to know how easy it is. You already know how to get to a million. People want to become millionaires, but they don't know how to get there. They don't know they must first learn how to count to 1 million to get to $1 million. You got to learn how to count $1 million. You got to learn how to count to 1 million in order to count $1 million. If you don't even know, people in debt, they don't even know they have to have a place to start. These are the rules of mathematics. Math says, hey man, you got to have a starting point. Where are you going to start? At what point are you going to start to count to 1 million? You're starting from 1, you're starting from 0, you're starting from negative 10,000, negative 20. Where are you starting from? That's what math says. These are rules of mathematics. And then you ask the average person, hey man, you know how much debt you're in? The average person says, I don't know. They have not a chance in Monopoly. Not a chance. totally unarmed, don't even know it. It's sad, man. I used to be in there. It's sad. Just like earlier, the CPA with a doctorate and a bachelor's and a house and a mortgage. He is so buried in debt. Oh my God. And he's doing people's finances at a corporate level. Now that's different. If he's doing it for business, okay, that's different. That's totally different. Okay. I'm just saying like this. If he doesn't know how to, if he doesn't apply the knowledge that he's applying for the business on his own finances, he's missing a major piece of the puzzle. Major. If I was, check this out, and I'm gonna tell you how it works. If I was a corporate business, a corporation, right? And he might be really good at his job. I'm not saying that he's not good at his job. It has nothing to do with if he's good at his job or not. It has nothing to do with that. This is at a corporate level. I would hire a person with a bachelor's, a doctorate, and a mortgage and student loans older than the children. You know why? Because I know he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He thinks $135,000 a year is a lot of money. It's nothing when you owe more than that in debt. You're in debt. I know that employee is not going anywhere anytime soon. I own him. He is mine. He is mine. See how it works? I'll be like, oh, you got a bachelor's? Oh, you got a doctorate? You're hired. How much debt? And because a lot of corporations, they ask to see a person's personal credit report now. You know why? Now, this is my opinion. Okay. I don't know this for a fact. But if that person is good at what they do and they're deep in debt, I know as a corporation, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're mine. They're going to do whatever I say. They're going to work past working hours. They're going to answer all any email that goes out. They're going to answer the phone calls that I make. They're going to answer it all. They're going to answer it all. Really believing that they make $135,000 a year. That's before taxes. You don't even make that. And if you're in debt, you stay high in that tax bracket. You have no money to lower your taxes in that tax bracket when you're in debt. That's mathematically impossible. Damn, LJ, that sucks. What sucks? What sucks, Gabriel? Jennifer, no, papi, no. No, papi, no. No dinero. You have no dinero. See how I rolled that tongue a little bit, get that R in there? I hope I'm doing it right. I still sound like, I'm sure I got that American accent in there, but us, we can't hear the accent. See you later, Nicer. We're getting off in about 3 minutes anyway. Thank you for joining. Hey, Gabriel, this is what's going to help you. This is what's going to help you with the laughing and feeling bad for people. You got to remember, they just don't trust mathematics. It's their choice. They're choosing not to believe in mathematics. They're choosing that. That's how you got to look at it. All right, you guys, that's it. This was a lovely session. Lovely, man. I love it. This channel would not exist if it wasn't for you guys. It would not exist. So I thank you all, Gabriel, Jennifer, Nicer, all of you guys that participated in it. You guys have a wonderful day. And if Gabriel comes back with some information, I might pop on later on tonight. I might pop back on. So you never know. But I'm definitely coming on Saturday. But if Gabriel comes back with some stuff, man, I'm going to get back on. Because Gabriel's already given me strategies. I haven't even started playing, right? I just know it to be true because of mathematics, right? It just makes sense to me. But Gabriel's giving me some hints. They're like, oh, cool, I'm going to do this. Gabriel's doing, I can skip a lot of things right now. He's doing it. So I'm going to take the knowledge that he's teaching me. Hey, man, you buy these, you do that, you buy between this, because he's looking up statistics and all that. I guarantee if Gabriel went to somebody, hey, man, I'm looking up the statistics and the probability of monopoly, they'll be like, what are you doing that for? That's stupid. then there Gabriel starts laughing again. See what I'm saying? He's gonna laugh. And they're gonna be like, "Why are you laughing, man? I just called your statistics and stuff stupid." And he's gonna laugh even harder. You guys have a good day, man. I'm out of here. All right. Have a wonderful day.